Getting topical. Hold up, wait a minute. With the Sex Man.
Oh. Well, Sex Man, I see you're playing Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
That is correct.
Work now. Why is this topical today?
Well, Anthony, the Edmund Fitzgerald vanished 36 years ago today.
Wow. That's it? I thought it was longer ago.
That means no,
that
means no after show for Sam Roberts today.
Why?
Because we might have to play the famous Edmund Fitzgerald bit.
Oh, wow.
That I know is about an hour long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the song itself.
You might be out today, sir.
Well,
You might be out.
I love Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Storyteller.
No one loves Gordon Lightfoot.
I love 3 of his songs. I love this song.
Yeah.
I love Carefree Highway. That song?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Sometimes
Which one is that?
Is it sundown?
Sundown, you better take care if I find
Is that the one you were singing?
Yeah, I couldn't
It's
remember.
not someday.
Sundown.
I did my best.
Sundown.
This one? 1974.
74. It's Gordon Lightfoot.
It's like Captain Beefheart.
Look at him. Looks like a porn star.
Oh,
This is all it took back then.
the unwashed hippie pussy that this guy was crushing with this song.
And then it's the backup guy. Gordon Lightfoot's backup guy.
The Lightfoots.
Yeah, the
Yeah, Gordon and the Lightfoots.
Dream river, what you really mean. All right.
So you like the Gordon Lightfoot.
I like that song.
Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
What was the other one?
Some guy said any song could be sung to the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah?
It was fucking great. It was like, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights for the... It's like any song, you can just put it to that.
Meaning he was a hack. It's just the rhythm he came up with.
Yeah, you can put anything to it.
Yeah.
Because a song like that, you have to be able to put words to it because it's just singing about a ship sinking. Like, none of the words have to rhyme or anything. You just, and the captain set off and he heading of north.
Yeah, it's like one of those shitty Irish drinking songs.
Yeah.
It just keeps going and going.
Hey. He drank another pint.
None of it rhymes. It just keeps
It just keeps going.
The
Oh, you forgot the other one. I knew there was another one. Thanks, Kevin from Connecticut. If you could read my mind.
If you could read my mind, yeah. Was that him or Jim
it
Croce?
is.
I think that's Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
It's Gordon.
Kevin's never wrong with music.
All right, sorry. Play that in your bedroom when you're having sex. Imagine that. You have like a mixed thing going, and you have like some cool songs, and then daddy's little girl comes up, and you just go into overdrive. How horrible would that be? She's all creeped out.
No, the worst would be that comes on, she starts fucking you harder.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Ooh, hey.
Oh, this is creepy. Oh,
You
she
read
starts
my
really
mind.
moaning.
read
She
my
lets out a
mind.
little. Oh God. Ugh.
Little fucking Lightfoot, man. That's the way to start the day,
Yeah, right.
dude. That's
Oh, it's Al Martino.
Is it? Ow, wow.
Is this the song the Penn State coach played for those kids? Put this on. Want to learn about football, son?
I'm gonna come down your throat. You fucking well better swallow it. You let one drop spill and I whip your ass so hard you won't sit down for a week.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm coming, you dumb bitch.
Now lick my sweaty balls. I'm gonna fuck you in the mouth.
Be so horny.
You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore. Stop talking and start sucking.
Oh, it's fucking funny.
Hey, what about the cheeks of my ass?
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Roll over and shut up.
You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you.
Oh, please squeeze my tits. They're on fire. Oh, Jimmy. I sucked his joint for 30 minutes, and his prick was like a piece of spaghetti.
Oh, shit.
Caught me. Nothing but caught me.
This show is just stupid.
It really is.
I'm embarrassed I get paid for this.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
Yeah, that's the number one, I don't know, father-daughter song at weddings.
Yeah.
I don't even know what number 2 would be. No clue.
Al Martino's hilarious. He looks like a jeweler from 46th Street.
No shit.
Right? He doesn't look like a singer.
Nah.
He had to have some mafia in him.
He wanted to be like Sinatra and shit, right?
Was he one of the Sinatra guys?
Yeah, he kind of wanted to be.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh, look at him in that tub.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Look at that guy.
Hey, yeah.
I just got some beautiful stones in.
You gotta see these. Oh, boy.
Guy. Holy shit.
He looks like he could have slapped a broad or two in his day.
Probably
No
in his
way.
younger day.
Because it was still acceptable back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole movie montage where you see all these famous actors just slapping broads because
Those were the days.
You ever see that clip? It's amazing.
It's movie scenes, though, right?
Yeah.
It's not actual.
But it was completely accepted.
Oh, yeah.
It was completely one of those things in your handbook to calm down a broad.
Did you ever see Play It Again, Sam?
Which one is
Played
that?
against him, Casablanca?
Well, no, it's a Woody Allen movie, but he plays a character who's got no luck with women at all, and he's obsessed with Humphrey Bogart. And Humphrey Bogart like appears to him throughout the movie to coach him through women. But it's a really funny sort of social commentary because, you know, it's early 70s when that transition sort of happened after that old guard into this new era of like sensitive hip man or whatever.
Right.
And Woody Allen can't adjust because he's obsessed with Bogart, but he's not a modern man. But there's like, you know, all these scenes where Bogart's like, I never met a dame that didn't understand a smack in the mouth.
That's great.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't do that, you know?
Oh, here it is. Hold on, pause. He punched her. He gave her a Joe Frazier left. You see that?
Jesus.
Holy crap.
While she's kissing him, he hits her in the side of the fucking head.
All right.
Holy, who's this guy? In the
I don't know. Here, play that. Sorry. Pause. We have talked about the grapefruit scene ad nauseum on this show.
That is fucking hilarious.
He takes the fucking grapefruit with his left hand and just mushes it in her face.
That's worse than a slap, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's worse
degrading.
than a slap, yeah.
Why I oughta.
Yeah, see?
Short motherfucker. Yeah, see, you dumb dame.
You want to keep going with this?
Angry leprechaun. Yeah, I want to see where these chicks get
This one's
fucking
been around.
smacked.
We just put it on our Facebook page if you've never seen it. So, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, they liked it.
Because a lot of the women after they got hit had that look of, like you said, the sex look in their eyes.
Well, yeah.
Like, oh, I see what's going on here.
What's so weird to me about it is that, you know, women had no real, like, independence or rights back then, so you didn't need to hit them. Women now are begging for a fucking smack worse than they ever have been, and now we're not allowed to smack them.
No, you can't.
It's all backwards.
In movies, also, we were just watching those movie clips. In movies, it seems like if the guy smacked the woman in the face, he could still be the hero of the movie.
Right.
And the likable guy, and they'll hook up and love each other. If any women get smacked in movies these days, and I'd be hard-pressed to think of movies now where women are getting smacked around, but they are absolutely the bad guy. Like, there's no redeeming qualities in the guy after he smacks a woman in a movie in this day and age. But back then, it was like, hey, look, it's the Duke. Well, John Wayne, he's just smacking a bitch. He's just smacking a bitch.
That's the best one because he has the broad over his knee. He's spanking her with the shoe in front of a crowd, and a guy stands up and goes, my dad would be proud. Like, you're doing the right thing.
Fucking bitches
And
need
they're all
a
cheering,
backhand.
like, yes, she deserves this.
You could, and that's what's so crazy is you could make a movie about the 50s now or the Old West, and you still couldn't like have a girl smack in it because it would be like
people would be like, oh, you're just making it easier for people to beat women. Really? I don't think
I've never smacked a chick ever. Is anybody in this room that would admit to it?
Never a smack. I goon-armed a girl.
What do you mean?
Hey, you grab her by the arm and give her a little shake, like, knock it off.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And then I had a little mishap while I was trying to lead my my ex-wife out of a bar because it was a very weird time. See, my girlfriend and my wife were in the same bar, which got a little touchy.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend called my wife a cunt. And boy, did she hate that word. And coming out of that, it was just like nuclear.
Yeah.
So my wife just went lunging for my girlfriend to kill her.
I wonder why.
And she was drunk. She was really drunk. So I was trying to lead her out of the bar. So I grabbed her shoulders, and she's trying to turn around and get out of it. So I got to kind of push her toward the front door. Right. Well, she tripped and went to her knees, and her head went forward right into the cigarette machine by the door.
Jesus Christ.
Just like, bam, her head fucking got hit. And then I just let her outside and kind of put her in a car.
I was going to ask if she
got to drive home.
I was going to ask if she got free cigarettes.
Wait, so you set your wife walking and you stay with your girlfriend?
Yeah, why do you think I had a girlfriend? I didn't want to be with my wife.
Oh. Well, hey. I didn't know.
Hey, get out of here. Hey, get out of here. I'm here with my guma.
So, follow the logic. Bring the girlfriend into a relationship. Of course you want to be with the girlfriend more than the wife.
Yeah, I just love the whole, honey, you need to get yourself together. Just because my girlfriend's here and she called you a cunt doesn't mean you have the right to freak out right now.
I told her that my girlfriend was going to be there, like, and not to show up.
Wait a second.
You love conflict.
Were you, like, in the process of getting divorced at the time or something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You love conflict,
See,
though.
I left that part out?
Yeah, I thought you just fucking went to a bar and your girlfriend was there and it was like, oh, shit.
No.
It was all on the up and up for a while.
Yeah, I didn't have a girlfriend until I was, getting divorced. Like, it was over.
It was done.
Yeah, it was over.
So why did your wife show up if your girlfriend was there?
Because she was being an asshole.
Right.
Thinking that she's entitled to show up, And she showed up, and then the girlfriend called her a cunt. Oh, boy. And my wife hated that word. Like, she was one of those women that just hated that fucking word. And
it makes me so mad that women hate that word so much.
I know, it's so stupid.
But
not all do.
It makes me happy that there's still a word you can fuck with people about.
Yeah.
That's nice. But, my buddy said to me once, he goes, I'm so fucking sick and tired of chicks complaining about the word cunt. They act like it's the N-bomb.
Yeah.
These women were not enslaved and persecuted. He's like, it's not that, it carries no weight.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Other than people decided they were going to be shitty about it.
They don't have a vested interest in the word.
Yeah, there's no history to it where you go, oh, man.
Unless they're a cunt.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah,
that could be, but...
I looked it up. I've looked up the history of the word online, and they can't even pinpoint where it started or whatever. But, little fun fact, guys, 7:50 in the morning.
Facts.
Uh-oh.
The reason that it's considered a dirty word is because in the early 1900s, it was considered not classy, right, or not tactful to use monosyllabic words.
Really?
Yeah, it was thought that you were of a lesser standing socially if you used monosyllabic words. So cunt was a word for pussy back then, but it became foul only because it was a monosyllabic word, not because it meant anything dirty.
What did they call it then, to make themselves sound fancy schmancy and hoity-toity?
They called it a
stink hole?
A meat pocket.
They called it a fish trap.
taco?
Yeah.
What was that word you were using, and what does that mean?
Syllabic?
Yeah.
One syllable.
That's like, hi, yes, cunt, fuck.
Hi, cunt. They really hated it when you said that.
Yeah.
When you greeted a woman that way.
I just know that as one-syllable words.
Yeah, well, it's early, and I felt like I'm in more of an NPR kind of mind frame
like
right
that.
now.
No,
so.
I feel like I learned something today that I'll forget by the time the show's over. But
yeah, who gives a shit? Right?
Did you watch the debate yesterday?
I didn't. I was out doing shows, and I actually called into was on Bailey J's podcast last night.
Oh, look at you. Another little run-in with old Bailey.
Oh, really?
I heard you guys were talking about it on the show yesterday.
Yes,
well, we
were.
might have.
That's why I bring it up.
Might have been brought up, you homo.
Why the attraction to the transsexual?
That would be called a just transvestite. That is
Transvestite?
that's literally a transvestite.
No, transvestite is a guy that just dresses up like a woman.
That's a transvestite. Is a guy. That is a guy dressed like a woman.
A transvestite is a vampire.
Wait, transvestite, you just throw the clothes on, right?
Yeah, she's a transsexual. Her website is TS.
Why is she a
No,
transsexual?
a transsexual is after the operation, isn't it?
No.
A pre-op transsexual means that the op is in her future, and I don't think she wants the op.
Why can't...
So what is it?
Why aren't they all just transvestites?
Call of Duty cock ops.
Cock ops. I think it's I think it's a transvestite.
Well, her website.
What's the difference between a transvestite and transsexual?
She puts the transvestite is a dude. If you just put a dress on right now, you'd be a transvestite.
But that's what she did.
Where's the line?
Well, she's got tits.
What if you put? What if you're a dude? You put a dress on and makeup and fucking that shit. Oh, so she's half a fucking transsexual.
She's trying to like have some of the body parts.
I'll tell you this:
of a woman.
Her website says transsexual, and I'm assuming. Just assuming she might know a little more about this than any of us do, since she went and actually had operations done.
Well, you probably know more than we do at this point. I don't know what you guys have been up to.
I'm just trying to break it down, though. Transvestite guy, any one of us just throwing a dress on.
Hot.
With no effort.
Transvestite's a man that dresses up like a woman.
You don't put a lot of effort into it. But if you're a transsexual, that means you're putting more effort. Like, all right, I'm going to try to like make my man fucking boobs look like feminine boobs.
Look like tits.
Transvestite is fucking Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Or Klinger, or whatever his name was.
Klinger, right.
And then what's the other one?
Transsexual is that you have woman parts.
But I thought transsexual meant that you had to change your sex. You're transsexual.
Right.
You changed your sex.
Well, I mean, even by definition, even if a girl has tits and a cock, that's still a transsexuality.
I bet there's some other word for it.
You know what I mean?
Gay. Yeah.
It's still a transsexuality.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you're attracted to this
let's see the picture.
Lady? Yeah, she's beautiful. She's smoking hot.
But what about the cock and the balls?
Well, I told her this on the podcast yesterday. I go, Bailey, I just would look, if I was with you, I'd look at your cock like the laundry. I'd be like, I'll get to it later. I don't know.
That's funny.
It's like she's.
Is that her naked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cock.
Wait, let's blow that up.
She's got way bigger tits than that too.
What, she got bigger implants?
I think so. I mean, well, yeah.
Now,
I'm assuming
her.
Oh, look at that dick.
Yeah,
that's rough, Joe. Come on.
I think she's hot, man.
Yeah, but the penis thing.
Yeah, I can't. This is something I can't explain. It doesn't. I'm not gay. I've never been attracted to dudes, but there's something about her that I'm just I like her, just who she is. I don't know. She's just hot to me. I just think she's hot. It doesn't bug me.
She looks feminine.
Let's see that picture.
Until you see that
one.
She's got she doesn't look manly at all.
No,
until she pulls down the panties.
Manly.
And dude, I sat a foot away from her, and like you literally would never know. And the key thing with her to me is that she sounds like a girl.
Is the hair real?
Yeah, I think so.
Does a guy grow hair like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I think, like, we kind of talked about this a little bit on when
you know what? I got to stop you. Justin from Florida. A man who wears woman's clothes is just a cross-dresser. He's right.
I don't think that's right.
What are the
I don't think it's right.
What are the categories? Cross-dresser, transvestite.
I think transvestite and cross-dresser are the same thing.
Are similar or the same thing?
I think so.
Oh, Jesus.
Joe.
Look at the size of her dick.
She's a hot chick, dude. I don't care.
So you would go down on that?
I don't know. That's what.
Let's just be honest with
each other. That's why I use the laundry analogy. I don't know.
You'd feel all weird afterwards.
I'll tell you this. I was sitting next to her and talking to her and stuff, and I was way fucking attracted to her. She's hot, man. She's really hot.
Wow, she's got that weird, like, nerdy look.
How can you guys? I mean, after the things that you've gone through on this show, I'm surprised that you guys are still this shocked by something like that.
I'm not shocked by it.
We're not.
I'm just like
confused.
No, it's not a turn on. Like you're turned on by that.
It's weird.
Like I could see that she looks feminine.
I like the
boob
pictures
job
without
looks
the dick.
okay. Yeah.
I like the pictures without the dick, with the little shorts and the
penis
bra
throws it
and
in
shit like that. That's fine.
A whole nother world.
But then you look at that and just go, oh right, it's a guy.
Don't worry about it.
You sound like Jimmy now.
All right,
don't worry about it. It's nothing.
Let's break this down, Joe.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do with her?
I don't know. Me and Bobby were talking about this the other day. I honestly don't know. I know this much. I've never hooked up with anybody like her, right? And I know that I would. Well, like if she came in here now and if we went out and she's like, let's fucking make out, I'd definitely make out with her. But I don't know how I would react once I got into penal territory.
Any further.
But
I don't know. I really don't know. I never did it.
How do you put it in your mind that you're making out with a woman and not a man?
Because she's a chick. It's like if you met her, you'd be like, this is a woman.
I think they don't have the smell down. You would just know it's a guy.
She smelled like a girl. I took pictures with my arm around her.
All right, so you guys are out at a bar.
Would you just fuck her in the ass?
Yeah.
That's fucking a man in the ass, though.
I mean, look, if you want to split hairs, Anthony.
Would you just try to avoid looking at the penis?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Would
you jack her off?
Look, you know, who knows where the winds will take us?
I'm just trying.
That Scorpion song should start playing. Winds of change.
I swear to you, in the end, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to understand. That's all.
No,
I don't
know.
care.
No, I know.
You get all horned up. You're making out with her. You're feeling up her tits. You're like, I'm gonna have sex with this lady. I'll do her in the ass. But then you're seeing a fucking erection.
Yeah, I honestly, it's the first time. I mean, look, years ago on this very show, Opie, I admitted to having utilized some tranny porn before.
Sure.
But
all right.
But I at the time there was nothing. I never was like, oh, I want to hook up with a tranny or anything. I just didn't. There was something about the porn that like I liked watching for a little while, and then it just went away. It stopped. And then I never thought about it at all. And then when I saw this chick, I was just something about her. I was really fucking into her.
Would you admit it's a little gay?
Maybe it is. I don't know. You know? I mean, she's such a girl. It's confusing. It's confusing to me.
It's
We've only seen one little clip of her.
Here's the problem. It's physically considered gay. Physically. But mentally, it's not gay. Like, you look at that like it's a girl. So you're not looking at it like, oh, I want fucking, I want a manly personality. I want to make out, ooh, things like that. It's
what about
I was going to say she made such a great point on her podcast last night because we were talking about that, and we were talking about it, like, does that make you gay if you want to bang a tranny? And she goes, I don't think it does. She goes, because there are females that have the male operation, and there's a famous one that looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin apparently, except he's still got He still has a pussy.
Oh, yeah. That's,
and she's like,
what the hell is his name?
She's like, you're straight.
Yeah, Buck Angel.
Yeah, Buck Angel. She goes, if you're straight, you wouldn't want to eat that guy's pussy. And I'm like, no. She's like, no, because it's a guy. She's like, you look at me and you're like, that's a chick, but there's a cock involved.
All right,
so that's a good question.
I'm going to stop you there because
yeah.
when guys are with women, obviously, you want to try to satisfy them. So now you're satisfying yourself because now you're banging her in the ass. But now she wants her satisfaction, and now you're staring at an erect penis. What do you do, Joe DeRosa? Because you're saying she's a.
Is this the movie Speed?
What do you do?
But you're saying she's a woman.
You
believe psychologically in your head that it's more of a female thing. But now, you're thinking, all right, I want to take care of this person. But now you're staring at an erect penis. What do you do?
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I honestly don't know. Like,
but then I guess you would think of just doing the bare minimum, and that would be hand job.
Yeah, handy, right? I mean, look, I'm very curious by it, and I don't know. In my head, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'd maybe walk down that road, see what happens. But I don't know. Maybe in the moment I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I honestly don't know, dude.
It's a big penis too.
But
you can't make believe it's a big clit. It's a big penis.
I know, and it would make mine look like lousy, which is the worst part of it. My little fucking pop cock is sitting there. Oh,
you're with a quote female that has a bigger dick.
she's got a nice piece. It's clean looking. It's well groomed. Mine's all fucking spotty. She's got a lot of pubes, you know.
It's just there's something weird there. Yeah.
What's weird is she's smoking hot, and you don't know what to do about it.
I mean, you don't know. But the whole Buck Angel thing, that's interesting because who would you rather bed down with? Buck Angel, who it's technically a chick. That's a chick right there.
Now
that I'm like, I mean, I feel bad. I'm not trying to shit on the dude, but I'm like, ugh. Like, it's weird seeing a guy with a...
Dude, I would have to say that's gayer.
It is.
Buck Angel started as a female.
You could fuck a vagina with Buck Angel, and it's technically, it's got ovaries and all that shit, and it's a girl, but that's
a guy's body, man.
Gayer, right?
That is a guy's body that works
so
out
weird.
a lot.
So it has nothing to do with the pussy or the
See, that's what
chick.
she used to look like.
That's what Buck Angel used to look like.
Before he turned himself into
Oh,
a dude.
God! She was smoking!
No kidding.
What did he do? What did he do?
She was a model, too, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Buck, why did you do that? Why did you do that, Buck?
We needed that. Look at that
That's
now.
a guy, man. So that really confuses everything.
Yeah, it's a whole new...
I think if you lined up a whole bunch of average guys and asked them that question, they would go with Bailey over Buck Angel.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But she's got the part that makes it gay.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it this
Fuck,
way.
is this confusing?
Look at it this way. If you were with a chick, right, that you thought was really gorgeous, whatever, let's say she had a strap-on. She wasn't going to fuck you with it or anything, but she just had a strap-on on. Would you be like, I can't fuck this hot girl because she's wearing a strap-on right now and it's freaking me?
See, you're reaching there.
No, I'm serious.
That strap-on comes off.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
that thing comes off.
There's only one reason she would have the strap on.
You don't think that's
she
a
wouldn't,
valid...
she wouldn't just be walking around with a strap on unless she was planning to use it, Joe.
But Joe's just saying, like, look, it's just an appendage. Whether it's plastic strap-on or, you would still have sex with her.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, the strap-on comes off. It's fake. It's plastic. The dick technically makes you a man.
And hers still gets fucking erect.
But this is a whole new frontier we're living in right now.
It really is. That would be funny to watch Bailey fuck.
I am so not judging you. I'm just trying to understand it more. That's all. But I mean, now that you throw the Buck Angel into the equation, that makes it really confusing because Buck Angel looks way more like a guy than Bailey. Way more.
Well, yeah.
Way the fuck more.
Dude, if you she's so much of a girl. If I literally, I could be talking to her for hours at a party, and if somebody came up to me and went, she's got a cock, I'd be like, get the fuck out, shut up. Like, I literally wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those sitcoms where they do that. And they just get a hot chick and they're like, she used to be a man, and you're supposed to believe that.
I don't believe it.
I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it. But I also think, and I think she mentioned this on the podcast, which, by the way, part 2 of our interview with her comes out today. So subscribe to Bobby Kelly's podcast on iTunes.
Bobby.
But you know what, dude, is the name of it. But she said,
I love that.
She said that she was always like that. She's like, I always sounded like this. My face always looked like. She's like, she's
not doing hormones, is what you're saying.
No, and I think she was just one of those people where genetically it leaned way more in a girl direction. She just ended up with a dick, and now she's a chick. You know what I mean?
Like everything else was chick.
Does she want to get rid of it?
Right. I don't think she does. I don't know. I didn't ask her that. I never asked her that. I don't think. Does that work when you get rid of it? That just seems like it would be.
I don't know. I think what they do is they Jesus
big bent suspension bridge dick.
Her dick really does shave mine. It's upsetting to me.
I think that would be the worst part.
Oh God, dude!
You decide to go down that road, but she has the bigger dick.
Must you have everything, dear?
That would suck.
Belle of the ball in every way.
I think they take your ball bag and kind of shove it into your body, and that's how they make your puss.
No,
and then they keep a little bit of the cockhead.
Yeah,
because that's where it's real sensitive.
They quarter your cock.
Or underneath.
Yeah.
Put it inside.
They put it inside out. and they
horrible.
take your balls out, and then they fashion labia out of your scrotum.
It's just gotta, I mean, you think a regular pussy stinks.
Like a construction zone down there.
You gotta get a real artist.
Pussies
to
are
figure that
self-cleaning, is what happens. Like they're supposed to
like
be.
Like an oven?
Yeah. Like
Are
pussies
they?
are self-cleaning.
Nice.
But
that's the best they can do?
I know, right? Well, it's not easy off. But a dick turned inside out isn't going to really be self-cleaning. You're going to have to get up in that shit.
What are they
Scrub it out with one of those little brushes you use to clean the bottles out with.
What are they self-cleaning themselves with? Soft soap? The shittiest soap available? It's not working.
It's your own, bacteria and things get in there and kind of, the good bacteria and kind of clean up things. They clean things up.
Well, we're going to have to get her in here.
She's great, man. She's a blast, and she's got a... she's very open. Like she'll talk about stuff, and she's got a good sense of humor. She's not.
You are in love, man.
Well, I will say this. I said to her yesterday on the podcast. I like she's married. Her husband's really cool, and I was like, you know what, guys? I just feel like I met like a cool couple. You guys are really cool people. Like I want to hang out with you guys.
I bet you do.
You just.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
They're just really cool people. She's really fucking cool. Like I like her a
naked
lot.
with both of them?
Huh?
Would he get naked with both of them?
Not the husband, no.
No. He could watch.
Great dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
But no. Well, he's a dude.
That's where your line is. One penis
'Cause
is
he's a
fine.
dude.
Two is that's crazy. That's crazy talk now.
How far do you run your hands before like you up the leg and down the side and over the ass and then you're just like you're trying to avoid that hard dick area and it brushes a little brush and then you're all in.
Maybe I'm not trying to avoid it.
I do love this topic because it's so confusing to understand. It really is confusing.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a whole new wild card has been thrown into the mix in the last 15 years. And
It's like adding a 53rd card to the deck.
yeah, it's just like
what? Do I play this thing?
What?
this whole new thing. But it's funny though, is her husband, like when she said whenever you see her fucking a guy, a POV in one of her videos and she's fucking a guy, it's her husband.
Oh.
So I was like, dude, I can't watch any of the videos where it's a POV because I know it's you. You know what I mean? It's like knowing it's your buddy is like fucking, you're like, I know that guy.
Yeah. You don't like that?
Kind of ruins it. No, do you like watching your friend's cock in a video?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Next time you talk to her, you got to ask if her penis is bigger than her husband's.
I think they're pretty I've seen both of them. I think they're pretty comparable.
How
in a
have
video.
you seen all this penis?
In the video.
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah, in the video they did. I think they're pretty comparable.
Listen, we got Florentine and Russell Peters. They're going to join the show after the break. But before, I just want to play this one fucking clip from Rick Perry because everyone's talking about it.
Oh, yeah, this is the one.
When I said, did you watch the debate, I mean, who gives a fuck in general? But Rick Perry had a complete meltdown, and he will absolutely not be the next president of this fine country of ours.
Yeah, we don't want to do this during a debate.
It was obvious before that. I mean, his numbers were dropping, but he is so out of it now, it's not even funny.
It's not a debate. I'm not going to debate you, Jerry.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just bows out now. I wouldn't be surprised in the coming weeks he just says, I'm done. This is it.
I've known about this guy since I lived in Texas and worked for the Senate in Texas. He was the governor then. and he's just
for the Senate.
What's his deal? Everyone was trying to figure it out on Twitter last night. Some people were suggesting he might have had a few cocktails before the debate. Others are suggesting he might pop a Xanax or something.
Well, I'll tell you, dude. When I lived in Austin and worked there, people that worked in politics in Austin would say they hated Bush. They hated him, and they would always go, God damn, this fucking country thinks Bush is a moron. Oh, they don't know.
They don't know shit. Yeah.
Compared to Rick Perry, I mean, and I never knew what he did. I mean, the governor in Texas isn't the real power player. The lieutenant governor is really the guy. Mm-hmm. So he was just this face man. I was like, all right, he's a good-looking guy. He's got a good tan. He wears a good suit. Makes sense to me that this is the guy that made it into office. He's got a little bit of charisma to him. He's got that down-home boy.
Who? Perry's got charisma?
I mean, he's just got that down-home, like, though. Whatever. He's just got that fucking Robert Wagner vibe to him.
I get that part.
Yeah.
But then when he opens his mouth, he kind of blows it a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's pretty special, man. It's like This stuff is like they take the minor league players and they throw them out into the majors all of a sudden.
Right,
and they're like,
yeah.
you're not ready for this sport, bro.
And the problem is now he can't be president. He's not. No one will elect him, and I don't think anyone can pick him as a VP now, too.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I got to hear.
Oh yeah, sorry. So this is how it went down last night on CNBC.
My flat tax is the only one of all the folks, these good folks on the stage. It balances the budget in 2020. It does the things to the regulatory climate that has to happen. And I will tell you, it's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
You need 5.
Oh, 5, okay. So commerce, education, and the EPA? EPA, there you go. No, okay.
Let's stop deposition.
Seriously?
Oh, boy.
Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or?
No, sir. No, sir. We were talking about the agencies of government. EPA needs to be rebuilt. There's no doubt about that.
But you can't name the third one?
Oh,
the third agency of government, yeah. I would do away with the education, the commerce, and let's see.
Just own it. Just go
I can't.
blanking.
The third one I can't. Sorry.
Oh, did he say oops?
Oops.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Jesus.
President Oops. How you doing?
Jesus Christ. But you got to own it in a moment like that.
Just say like, I can't remember the last one. There's so many things I was preparing for here.
Do you know how much? But do you know how much people would love him if he just went? It's guy. I don't have it. You know, and was like, sorry, guy. Like,
you know when this happens to you in the worst times, and people will be like, yeah, that happens to me.
Know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's such basic shit, though.
What was the third? Did they ever get to it?
He eventually answered it in the middle of another fucking question.
Just yelling it out?
He just yelled it out like, I hope this saves
like
me.
he had Tourette's. He just blurted out an agency.
Right.
His energy, I think.
Yes, it was.
Jesus Christ. I love the lie, too. I will balance the budget in 2012.
I will.
I would love a montage of all the candidates that have said that over the years.
Yeah, after all these years, huh? You figured it out finally?
Yeah.
You're going to be the guy, huh?
You got it.
Michelle Bachmann looked very doable last night. I was telling Joe DeRosa, because I know Joe has a thing for older women.
Matronly.
Too. Although I did tell Joe that he's probably looking more at Michelle Bachmann's mom. He goes real old.
Can I see, do you got a pic from Bachmann from the debate?
She looked very doable last night.
Yeah.
She didn't have those crazy eyes like she normally has.
What a crazy
And then she talked
chick.
about, she wants everyone to pay taxes, Aunt, even if it's, what was the exact quote? Even if it's the cost of 2 Happy Meals.
Right.
So, like, the real poor people would pay as well.
I like it.
Even if it was the cost of 2 Happy Meals.
Good.
Yeah.
So they're attacking her for...
You get a few million of those people who are on the fucking take in this country
Giving a
and
little
not
bit
contributing
back?
anything. Yeah. Let them fucking feel like they're paying something.
Let them miss out on a Happy Meal?
Exactly.
Are they allowed to keep the toy at least?
No.
No?
Cost of the toy.
Cost of the toy
is absorbed.
Oh, that's cruel.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, Aunt. What are you, fucking...
Yeah, you're really...
I say
I didn't realize how
everyone
right-wing you
should
are.
pay some kind of fucking
But
taxes
let them
in this
keep
country.
the toy from the Happy
Everyone.
Meal.
Yeah. Let them keep the toy.
Let them keep the toy.
I get fucking shit on by people that are getting tax refunds. Ooh, I got my refund in. I'm going to use it for this.
Yeah.
Why don't you pay your taxes? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
Our number is pretty high. We do.
It's crazy, ridiculous high.
I have no money, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, wow.
I actually would like to get a refund if that's possible.
I'll get a refund.
I know a
You're
guy.
not bitching at me.
Joey, I know a guy.
Who?
I'll get your refund.
I
know a guy.
I have a great accountant that does very well for me.
Our shady accountant, unfortunately, is no longer with us. We haven't used him in years. I want to go on record and say that.
You had a shady guy?
I don't.
Did we have the shady?
I don't know for sure, Joe.
I do.
You can
That was
admit it.
awful.
Aunt turns me and Aunt have helped each other out over the years. Like, I'll know a guy, he knows a guy. We kind of like, And I didn't know shit about it.
I know him through my parents.
Yeah, so Aunt goes, I got a guy. I'm like, all right. So Aunt gives me the address one day, fails to tell me, Joe, that this guy's office is in the back of a strip club.
In the basement.
It wasn't the basement.
It was downstairs from the strip club, wasn't it?
No. I got you a refund.
Next door.
No. I got you a refund. I got to give it to you in ones.
Yeah, it's
Hold
all
on.
crumpled ones.
It's 1 in the afternoon, and you can hear the music coming through the wall as he's trying to do my taxes. And I loved the guy. I really did. He loved clowns, and he would put on a red fucking clown nose as he's doing your taxes. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Was he Patch Adams?
Yeah.
And every year we do our taxes, we would get a refund.
We would get a nice refund, Joe.
Jesus
a
Christ.
Nice one.
There's no way.
And
Come
he
on.
would, and I don't know if he was half joking, but then we would go separately, but I would sign all my tax forms and stuff, and he goes, well, let's hope for the best on this one. And he would stamp it and then put it in a pile because he was sending it in.
And
he was wearing a clown
like
nose.
girls or something would have been better.
Well, he put the clown nose on just to kind of be silly, but there were clowns all over the office. He was a solid dude.
Would he fill out your forms in his own feces? You're a fucking lunatic.
He was. He then later died.
Yeah.
From what?
I'm not having us as clients
chlamydia
anymore.
Yeah. Chlamydia from the strip club next door.
He kept eating the steak.
It was
from the strip club buffet.
Strip club buffet. Ew.
I felt bad when we many years ago we had to be more on the up and up.
Yeah.
And it was suggested strongly that maybe we need to find another guy. That was a sad day. I did like the guy, and it was probably all legal.
It was out of his league.
Know.
We reached a point where we became out of his league, though.
Yeah.
Like when we were still in his league, it was fine to have him do our taxes.
It was silly, dumb money like you got, Joe.
But it was like stupid regular people money.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Hold on, I have to go in the bathroom and cry for a little while.
Joe, you're on your way, though, sir.
Yeah, all right.
You're going to have these very problems.
If this is on my way, I'd hate to see what doing bad is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Did you ever go into that strip club after doing your taxes?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to... it used to be the Inn at the Crossroads, it was called.
I don't even remember the name.
I actually got married in that place.
Oh, that was the basement?
Jesus Christ.
No, that was the bar. That was up there.
It's so weird that it didn't.
So mafia.
So weird that it didn't work out,
mafia.
Anthony.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe that marriage.
Met in a bar, married in a strip club.
Yeah, but it was on the taxes, strip club, and you could get married all in the same building.
Yeah.
That's so mafia, man.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, what was the place called?
It was called the Inn at the Crossroads. It was right where Jericho and Vets split in Comac, right by the Comac Motor Inn.
The Inn at the Crossroads.
Yes.
How dare you give it some sort of a sophisticated name?
Well, let me tell you something.
Any sense?
At first, when I first started going there, it wasn't a strip club. It was just a fucking.
What was it? A ground round?
No, it was a
Roy Rogers. What was
a
it?
bar.
It was just a decent buffet.
It was just a local bar that guys from like the demo in that place was probably businessmen and guys in their 40s and 50s would go there. And my mom used to tend bar there in the day. And I would come in from Knocking Tin, which was down Jericho Turnpike. I'd come in and everybody would be like, hey, get Rosie's kid a drink, get Rosie's kid a drink. And I would sit there and drink for nothing all day because everybody would buy Rosie's kid a drink.
Were you 21?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying when you were like a kid.
No, I was early.
No, that was other bars.
It was late teens, early 20s kind of a thing.
You just get bombed at your mom's bar.
Yeah, I would sit there, drink beer, talk with the fucking guys and shit like that.
Right.
And then that was that. And then she left, and then the place closed down, and then they turned it into a strip club.
Oh, it was a good location.
Yeah, it's a great location.
Great location for a strip club. Joe,
but before that happened, like when she was still working there, we needed a place, to get married. So I figured, that was convenient. And, yeah.
Were you still trying to get hooked up after it turned into a strip club? Walking out, I'm Rosie's kid.
Yeah, I'm Rosie's kid. Yeah.
Give me a lap dance.
$12 for this warm Budweiser, asshole. Shit. I'm Rosie's kid.
Brother Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gentleman's club now. That's where the accountants.
A gentleman's club. It's still a strip club.
I love that term, gentleman's club.
Gentleman's club only means that the chicks are going to come up to you and try to drain you for $20 at a clip instead of $1 a clip.
Yeah.
When they used to just walk around the bar.
If you're making cumsies in your pants, are you really a gentleman?
Yeah, exactly. So rarely do you hear gentlemen scream, "Show me your asshole, you cunt!"
Yeah. What's up, Joe?
There are still people. The lady that took over for the old accountant, I was using him for a while too, and the lady that took over for him, she told me that there are major messes that she's still cleaning up.
Oh, from his accounting?
When he died, yeah. When he died, all of his accounts went to her.
Oh, man.
Including mine, and I got a lot of inside info on like, oh my God, I can't believe that guy did this.
That bad?
On everybody's taxes.
He was always working within the parameters that were set up by the government.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure he was.
Fuck,
yeah,
man.
No, he was really good for the guy that didn't make all that much, that wanted to keep a lot of it.
That no red flags are going to pop up if you're making like all right money, and he would get you back some money. No red flags. But if you're making a fuckload of money and you're getting a shitload back, ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
She's still cleaning up after him. I mean, big time.
And he's been dead for how long?
Audited. A couple of years now.
A few years.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
He actually died. He died on the table. He went in for back surgery.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the table dance table.
He died on the table.
Why do people die on the table like that? What happens?
It was the anesthesia, I think, right?
Was it?
Something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. They never said exactly what it was.
I just hate when you talk to doctors. Are you allergic to anything? You say no, and then like, all right, well, when they do,
like, I don't know.
And then they do
Test
something
me.
that could kill you because I don't know.
Test
I don't
me,
know for sure what
motherfucker.
I'm allergic to.
I have no clue.
Right.
Yeah, and
Just
it's
don't
always
take my word for this. Are you allergic to penicillin? I don't think so.
And it's so fucked up when it'll be like he had a bean allergy, and that caused this. You know, like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know what I mean?
Sal still walks the earth, right? Sal still walks the earth, and he was the guy. The accountant was the guy that was always talking about being in shape and running and jogging.
Oh, right, yeah.
He was always into staying in shape. He goes in for one operation. Sal's had his heart removed and replaced like 18 times, and he's still walking.
Yeah. Jesus.
The operations they give the old guys are just amazing.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's crazy.
My
God. I don't know. That anesthesia shit's no fucking joke, man.
No, some people just don't come out of it. But you got to figure that's got to be the way to go, though. You just kind of. You take that breath, you go to sleep, and then
It's the worst
you're done.
way to go.
Why? Would you rather have some horrific fucking knifing where you're bleeding to death on the street, knowing it's over, watching your blood pump into your face?
I'm going to go with gang rape in an alley. Rape to death would be my first choice.
Or drowning or a shark attack? What the fuck are you looking for, Joe? Choking on a tranny cock?
Jesus, take it. No, I'll tell you I want to go. I want to go at the compound at a shootout.
Could happen.
Hey, that's a cool way to
have
go.
robberies around that place
All of a sudden,
lately.
Anthony is handing out guns?
No,
that would rock.
Zombie invasion.
Oh,
Right.
Christ. I can't wait for the day when your house is like the climax of Red State. You're just all
Kevin Smith's going to appreciate that. That's awesome.
What's that, Joe?
Did you get the pictures that I texted you yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Picked up a couple of weapons, did you? I like the Walter.
Yeah, the Walter's sweet.
It's a black one. That's nice.
Yeah. No, it's
Nice. Yeah, we're going to have to hit the range up.
9mm Kurtz. It's like made after. It looks just like one of the old German ones.
Yeah,
going to have to hit the range.
And I got the scope. I got the Nikon M223, the one that's matched to the AR-15.
Yeah, for the AR.
Right.
We'll hit the range up. That'll be fucking fun.
All right.
Yeah, we'll definitely go out there. Hey, this weekend, 2U is going to be over at the Maryland Irish Festival in Timonium at the Cow Palace. We're going on at 9 o'clock. We're headlining it Saturday night.
Where is that?
The Cow Palace over in Timonium, Maryland.
Okay.
It's the Baltimore Maryland Irish Festival.
No, fuck, that sounds
cool, man. Bunch of drunks.
All right, Joe.
Should be fun.
Brother Joe, everyone.
Later. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. You know, speaking of, like, when they put you under, that's all you need to know, that there is no God. Sorry to blow it up for everybody. You can read all the books you want, but as soon as they put you under, I had a minor. I had a horrible acid reflux thing, so they had to scope my gut to make sure everything was cool. And they put you under, and you don't realize the time went by. That's when you realize, holy fuck, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Take that with you today.
Yeah.
Because why aren't you at least in some kind of dreamy fucking state?
Oh, you're completely unconscious. Your brain is shut down.
The guy went with the famous count backwards to, we're done?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Anesthesia's weird like that. You wake up. You don't remember going to sleep, and then you're just waking up.
So,
like in a second. And in the meantime, they're fucking rattling you around a table and fucking. shoving shit.
That's why there are fucking doctors. I mean, that's amazing to me that an anesthesiologist, it's like there's a doctor dedicated to just the anesthesia.
Making sure you're fucking... Yeah.
Just watching the numbers.
Yeah, which is like, that guy's like the fucking guy that works in the post office during the war. You're like, you're not a... Get the fuck out of here, rookie.
The post office. Hey, I'm in uniform too, you know. I'm holding down the home front is what I'm doing.
There might be a guy.
Sees no actions, got no stories.
No good stories.
One time we had a fright when we were injecting
the...
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, meanwhile, there's fucking people getting off of those amphibious landing craft being blown to bits. And he's like, it's pretty tough here, too. Yeah. Let me tell you.
Talk to me when you've had somebody's brain on a fucking table. Anesthesiologist.
No walk in the park here in the post office.
Maybe there's a God. Maybe there is.
There's no
Maybe
God.
the anesthesia just knocks down the soul.
There's no God.
The soul's just hanging outside. I don't know.
There's no God. Come on, man.
I don't fucking know.
It
is creepy, though, when they put you under, and the next thing you know, you're like, where the fuck did that time just go?
Yeah. Lost time.
You make it
lost, because even when you're sleeping, you're aware that you're still fucking breathing.
But you make a great point. When you sleep, you dream, right?
Right. There's no, like, deadness.
Even if you don't remember it, you dream.
Emptiness.
You go under anesthesia, you're not dreaming, because that is the closest to dead your body can be in an alive state. It's nothing, dude. It is blackness.
All right.
Just nothing.
You get freaked out?
All right.
What's the matter?
All right.
It's too much?
No.
And they could literally
I'm not
do
8
that.
years old anymore. I could almost
They could literally do that to you for quite some time, and you'd wake up and be like, I don't know, what is it, a week, a month, a year?
Yeah, you wake up. How long was I out? The doctor's smelling his finger. No, not 10 minutes.
Too long.
Nothing.
Not too long.
How you doing? You feel okay?
But guys, in the end, we don't know everything. Who knows? Who knows?
What do we know?
I want to keep a little hope alive. Keep hope alive.
It scares the shit out of me, dude. It scares the shit out of me. But I'm so scared about death.
But is death a big deal if it happens to everybody?
It scares the fuck out of me. I'm talking about it in my act a lot now, like where
but it
I'm
happens
so scared
to everybody.
because
So why it shouldn't be a big deal?
But that's why it scares me. I don't believe in God, and I'm terrified of death. And people go, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you be scared? Because you would just be dead and you wouldn't even know. I go, that's why I'm fucking scared. If I knew that this was going to go on, if I had faith that there was a God in a heaven, I wouldn't be scared of death at all.
Yeah.
It's like, what, I get to go to a way better place? Like, who gives a shit?
But maybe
I don't give a fuck.
But maybe that's why it's set up that way. Because if you knew there was something after this, man, everyone's life would be so different.
A lot of people just, when
your life would be so
there's nothing
different.
to lose.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean,
people would be offing themselves and shit like that. Like, without the religious aspect of suicide, you can't get into heaven kind of a thing. But if it's not religious, it's just some kind of a thing, and there is another afterlife. If you were really fucking up in this one, wouldn't you just cash in your chips and go somewhere else?
Well, the whole catch is you're not allowed to commit suicide.
Well, that's it, but that's a religious-based thing. I'm just talking sheer, there is something else after this. It doesn't necessarily have to have this set of rules like religion. So if you were fucking up in this life, wouldn't you just go, fuck it, I'll go to the next one, see if I can...
Yeah.
I'm picking up, I'm going to another table. I'm going to go to another game, roulette.
We're losing here.
Yeah, we're losing.
If you believe...
chips.
If you believe there is a place for even the suicide, the people that committed suicide.
Look, I think if there is a God up there in heaven, there would be a very, 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 very small percentage of people that wouldn't make it up there. Because I think if there was this all-knowing, all-powerful, all-understanding being, there would be very few people that he wouldn't let off the hook, because he would be able to follow the chain of events in their lives that led them to the ill behaviors that they committed.
Now you're talking crazy. What'd you do? Would you kill someone? Are you you're rationalizing this? What'd you do? What demons do you have?
What did you do?
You know you're not going to heaven.
How did we start this break? He sucked the dick, which is against the Bible
God
thing.
said, man should not lay with another man.
God damn!
Unless that man
had fabulous titties.
Yeah.
And it's all right.
Lovely ass.
We got a break because Russell Peters is here. Everyone's backing up. We got Florentine here. I wanted to do the montage. Can we do this fast?
Montage
with Rick Perry's fumble there last night. MSNBC just did a great thing. They went way back in time. All the other politicians
grabbed a few faux pas,
fucking around, and fumbling. We might have to stop this because there's some funny things in here. Listen to this.
Governor, if Kitty Dukakis were raped and murdered, Would you favor an irrevocable death penalty for the killer?
No, I don't, Bernard.
I have as much experience in the Congress as Jack Kennedy did when he sought the presidency.
Senator,
I love this one.
I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
Who am I? Why am I here?
Lifting whole passages from someone else's speeches is not change you can believe in. It's change you can Xerox. And I just don't think. No, but but Barack, it is, because if you look. And thank you.
You know what I hate about that clip?
Yeah, Hillary.
They work
bashing
together
Obama.
now.
Yeah, now they work
They
together.
love each other.
It's all a bunch of bullshit.
No
Of course
shit.
it is.
That's what I've been saying for years. It's all bullshit. These guys have to attack each other, and then when it's all over, they're working together like palsy wowsy.
You mean I wasn't making a huge original stand when I said that? I'll tell you, politics is a bunch of bullshit.
Whoa.
You heard it here first.
Whoa. The audience gasps.
During the last election, you were convinced Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama hated each other, and now they work really close together.
They did.
Closely together.
This fucking thing, it's ridiculous to me. You get into office. You get into office because you have some sort of a regime, some sort of platform to stand on, and people go, I agree with that, and they put you in office. Once you're in office, you got to keep your fucking job no matter what.
Yeah, that's just keep your job.
It's like being a movie star. These people make shitloads of money for not having to do a ton of hard work.
Right.
They get to live very glamorously. Once you get a taste of that, you're like, I'm fucking sticking around.
I gotta keep this rolling.
Yeah.
Look at the debate last night. They go at it a little bit, right? And then eventually, whoever's going to be the guy, let's say it's Romney, he's got to pick one of those guys to be his VP, and he was beating him up during the debate season.
Yep.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
Here's
bullshit.
the last faux pas. This one's great. This woman, I don't even know her. She had a birtation big time on live TV.
Thank you all for watching us tonight. I have done so much. We have done everything that we could possibly do.
She's just looking at the camera like a retard. Yeah.
We have.
Oh my God!
She's just like breathing heavy and just staring into the camera.
What was wrong with her though? What was happening?
I don't know.
She had a complete brain fucking
I never saw
freeze.
that one before. I don't know. I
She
don't
had
know what her story is.
No idea what she was there to talk about. Great.
Dude, yeah.
We're an hour late. Florentine was booked for 7:30. And Russell was booked for 8, so we got a break.
Yeah, let's break
and get everybody in. Joe, what are we promoting?
I'm at Comics at Foxwoods Casino, not this weekend, but next weekend, the weekend of the 16th or whatever it is. So I got a bunch of shows up there. Come out to that, and then of course I'll be at Carnegie with Burr on Friday night, tomorrow night, and I'll be at Comics Come Home in Boston on Saturday.
Oh, fuck, that's going down this weekend?
Yeah. So.
Used to love the Comics Come Home. All right, man. Stay there.
Would you fuck a tranny? I'd get blown by a tranny.
I wouldn't get blown by a tranny. I don't like fucking trannies.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
I started kind of looking at him a little bit on the internet and kind of whacking off to him and stuff.
Happy birthday, Big Dick Daddy.
And I was talking to my buddy about it, and he goes, well, what do you watch him do? Like watch a tranny fuck a chick? And I'm like, no, I'll just watch one by herself jerk off. And he's like, no, that's gay.
So I've just been listening to the last 5 minutes, and to tell you the truth, I was masturbating to that.
There we go. The Opie and Anthony Show, Sirius XM.
Got a full house, Ant.
Holy shit.
Joe DeRosa, Jim Florentine, and Russell Peters in studio.
Yep.
Fuck.
I don't get to see these guys, man, because we're always doing different clubs and out and about, so it's good to catch up here.
You guys know each other, Russell and Florentine?
Absolutely.
We have the Yoshi connection.
Ah, Yoshi.
We know Yoshi. We have something in common. We like porn.
Yeah.
So.
You want to explain Yoshi to the people that don't know?
Well,
we even know Yoshi.
Hey, Opie, Anthony, it's Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Oh, yeah. Jim Florentine, say hi. Jim Norton, say hi.
That's good. Here's some fucking DVDs.
Yeah, Yoshi's a comic that works for one of the porn companies. So whenever you meet him, he's like, comes up to you, hey, I'm a comedian. I'm like, oh, great. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You like porn? Yeah. Okay, here. here. What do you need? And then
just dishes it out.
Here's my number if you got any other friends that want porn. And then he's
Hey, if you have any friends who play professional sports, I can discreetly send them too.
He's like the Huggy Bear of porn. He knows everybody. Hey, I got to know. Guy knows the porn.
He knows how to market himself.
Yeah.
Because we all know his name.
Yeah, that's true. And nobody has the association of comedy with him. That's the worst.
No, it's always just porn. Yeah.
The worst part is he's actually a funny comic. That's the
Can't get past the porn part.
It's tough to get past the
that,
porn.
Yeah.
But now we don't
watched a lot
need
of
him
Yoshi
anymore.
porn.
I'm like, I blow him off. I'm like, Yoshi, I got you porn on my phone.
I know, it's just
Sorry.
it. That really did fuck a lot of people over.
Yeah.
That you porn and fucking right on your phone.
How do they make any money? How does anybody in porn make any fucking money anymore?
It's
getting tough.
We need to rally.
It's all free. It's all just out there now.
And how is it legal? It's like it's not legal for these clips to be up for free, but nobody's doing anything.
How about you shut the fuck up, Joe DeRosa?
Yeah, right? What are you, a fucking committee?
What's wrong with you?
It went from early days of internet where you could get porn. It was very difficult to get quality porn, and it took forever to load and everything.
Yeah.
And then they went through a phase where you couldn't find fucking good porn because everything was on pay sites.
Yeah.
You could see little thumbnails of fucking blurry thumbnails to jack off to and that shit. And then it opened up to free streaming movies of fucking every kind of cum shot, fucking all
Lobster Tube,
categories.
you ever
Yeah. What?
Lobster Tube. That's
Really? Is that a good one?
Oh my God! You got whatever you want. Fucking
Lobster Tube. I don't think I've heard of that
got
one.
every single fetish you could think of.
That's a bad name, though, man. That's not arousing.
Yeah, right? It doesn't really conjure
Well,
up.
that's the good part. If somebody's going through your laptop, lobster.
I got a
tube. don't know what
catfish
that is.
tube. It's great.
Yeah, that is true. Like if your chick's going through your laptop, it's like, oh, I didn't know you like seafood.
Yeah.
They're thinking I'm looking for the best.
Smells like carptube.com.
But yeah, then it just all became free, and I see no way that anyone's making money off it. I know I haven't paid a dime. They put ads on these pages, but you don't fucking buy anything from them.
When Napster was out, it was like the fucking Salem witch trials.
Yeah,
they were going to burn Napster to the goddamn ground. And now porn, it's free, and anybody can play it. Shut up, you fucking whore. That's what you get. You don't deserve to make any money.
Yeah, they're not quite musicians. Hey, well, oh, look, the fucking skank whore is upset that her revenue is down. Look.
You just say too bad, right?
Yeah, at least
mean I'm
Metallica
getting 200 a
had
scene?
talent.
Yeah.
Right.
I know Lars. You're no Lars. Yeah. I grew up listening to Lars. I've seen Lars live, and believe me, honey, you're no Lars.
You know what sucks about YouPorn now is they put, like, when you're looking at a video, all the ads, they put an ad on the side of a guy with a big mule. So you're trying to jerk off to it, and you got that fucking big cock on there. So I got to put the towel I'm going to wipe up with over the side of my laptop.
So you
just to
don't
block
glance
it.
over
Yeah,
at
I don't want to glance over.
I'm pretty focused.
You know what? Joe doesn't
focus.
Joe doesn't put the towel over that, right,
No.
Joe?
Yeah, I don't mind a mule in my peripheral. It's going to take a lot more than that to distract me.
That's about the only time I can focus is when I'm staring at porn. There's a huge cock beside you. Don't worry about that. Ignore it. Ignore it. It'll go away.
We're trying to understand the transsexual thing today because Joe DeRosa has a thing for a transsexual.
What are you, Norton?
For what?
But we're trying to
one in particular.
and he's saying it's not gay. We're just trying to understand it. That's all.
Well, her name's Bailey J. And Robert Kelly's a podcast, and we interviewed Bailey on his podcast, and I was swept away by her. I was just, I've never been into dudes or anything like that. It was just this chick. I just was swept away, and they're trying to wrap their heads around it, but so am I. I'm trying to figure. We're going through this journey together
Does she still
today.
have a cock?
Yes. Yeah. Well, where are the
But
pictures?
it doesn't bug me. I'm just like, I don't care.
We took a different angle instead of just beating the shit out of Joe. We're trying to understand this. She's
Maybe-
she's not on hormones, just so you guys know, and she's got really nice implants.
She's
And
really
she's got a
hot.
big dick.
Yeah,
Like, still gets hard.
Oh,
Looks like one of these geeky.
Yeah, see,
looks like a
that's kinda
geeky
like
girl with the straight black hair and bangs and like pigtailish and kind of that weird looking cute face.
Yeah.
Very
thing.
like she's very like Suicide Girls, like that kind of look.
She's fucking slender
smoking
body.
hot.
You couldn't find the exact same chick without the.
God damn, what a great
we
point.
spent an hour.
What a great point.
We spent an hour.
You know, they're a dime a dozen out there, those girls.
Russell Peters has nailed it.
The exact same chick. Fuck. I think her dick.
That's a
I think
brilliant
her
line,
dick
sir.
gives me a shot.
Oh, is that what it is?
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, I think it maybe get. But I don't have her. She's married.
Are you
whatever.
saying
It's
the
not
dick
like she's gonna
makes
hook
her
up and get
lower
anyone.
her standards probably a little
She
bit?
married to a guy or a girl?
I said on stage the other night, I go, she's so hot, even having a cock doesn't bring her down to my league.
Oh.
That's how fucking hot she is.
I mean, sir, realistically, would you hook up with her if you were like, you would?
Oh,
if she wasn't married and she wanted to hook up with me, I'd hook up with her in a second. But here's the thing.
Now, what would you do with the dick?
That's the thing I don't know.
That's what he hasn't really answered yet.
I don't know.
I think it
because
seems
I've never,
like
you know,
would because it's not attainable at the
Once
moment.
you're in the moment, you would fucking do anything. But the second you came, you'd feel so ashamed of yourself.
It's true.
And
then start questioning a lot.
Because you'd have cum all over you from her, him, and then you'd be like, oh, it's so hot, and then you'd come and be like, and you think of dead relatives that are watching you.
Oh, dude.
You know, they're like, oh, yeah, don't worry. You know, your mom died or something, but you're graduating, and I know she's watching, looking down on you. It's like, what about the times you're fucking sticking something up your asshole and fucking, you know, some dead uncle's looking down, oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Maybe my pop-up would go, yeah, it's okay, kid.
Pop-up wouldn't mind?
It wasn't easy over there in Normandy. We did what we had to do to get by during that war.
Well, would you take her jizz
Some
on
of
your
those French
face?
girls weren't girls.
Would I take jizz on my face?
Would you
I
take
don't
her
think-
jizz on your face?
I don't think I'd take jizz on my face, no.
That's where
But
you draw the line?
I think I'd grab her cock and see how I felt about it. Yeah.
Like a telephone. You just
Yeah,
gotta
like a stick
hold
shift.
it. Yeah.
Like
See
a
how you
stick
feel.
shift.
I don't think I could drive this car.
Take it around the block, yeah. I'm not a manual guy.
When we interviewed her on Bobby's podcast, I got kind of dressed, like I wanted to look good because I didn't know she was married, and I had a little thing for her, and I walked in, and Bobby goes, look at his shirt, dude. Look, he fucking got dressed up for you, man. Bailey, do you like this shirt? And she goes, oh, I'd fucking ruin that shirt. I would just make that my fucking cum rag.
Wow.
And then I got a lot of shit for that because I'm not only is she a chick with a cock, but I'm also the bottom in the fucking equation.
Wow.
Like I can't even be the top in this thing.
You'd have to be a power bottom, no less.
But then we added Buck Angel to the equation. You guys know who Buck Angel is.
Yeah, that's the guy with a cunt.
Yeah.
But he started out as a chick.
Now that...
So what's gayer is what we were trying to figure out.
Now you bed down with Buck Angel, who is a man's man with a real vagina, technically still a woman.
Yeah,
technically.
right.
Now Bailey is a pretty girl, but technically a man with a cock. What's worse? And what would you rather, if forced at gunpoint, which one would you rather bed down with?
I take Buck to snatch.
You would take
Yeah,
the snatch.
yeah, absolutely.
Now that's a man.
No, but Buck Angel looks like Anthony.
No, more manly than me.
Buck
Jim,
Angel's ripped.
Yeah, Jim, she literally, he looks like Stone Cold with a pussy.
I wish someone was in
Seriously.
here turning the fucking computer on so we could
Sam?
see the goddamn
Why'd
fucking
you look at the Indian guy when you said turn on the computer?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Customer service.
With man
Hi, my name
tattoos
is
too,
Bill.
14.
Sure it is.
I still think
Those
I would
big
take...
over-the-top man tattoos, fucking,
yeah, I don't know.
obviously
And
steroids,
he's
so
got
he's
a
really...
Get Bailey J up and get Buck Angel up.
I don't know if you should answer the question before you saw what
Yeah,
but still,
this
I
looks
think
like.
I can close. I put my dick in bad holes before.
Jimmy,
I have, so I think I can. I used to fuck the pool, like the suction thing in the pool when I was a kid. Stick my dick in there. It's anywhere.
Yeah, but that
so-
suction cup didn't have
but
muscles.
If I felt another cock, that'd be a
All
problem.
right, here's your choices.
Okay.
You got Bailey on the right there.
See, I could see the man in Bailey.
You can.
No.
Well, yeah.
Besides the cock and balls.
That's
no.
not the best picture.
the Kirk Douglas chin.
She's smoking,
It's
man.
a pretty strong jawline there. That's why.
All
right, this is your choice.
Buck Angel. Now Buck's got this.
This is your fucking choice.
All right, there. Buck's
All
got the
right. Okay,
vagina.
this is your
All
choice.
All right.
I'm going with the dick. I'm going with Bailey. Yeah. I'll take a load to the face. I'm not fucking that guy in tattoos.
That's a guy. That's more guy than...
See, but now that is technically a woman. Look, it's got a vagina.
Yeah, the one on the right was born a woman.
And then the one,
on the left was obviously born
is a guy. Now I think I got to go with Florentine on this one. I could not ever, at gunpoint, be with that tattooed fucking biker guy.
But here you go. You
with
got
a vagina.
You got to touch genitals, though. You have to. You can't
what do
avoid
you mean?
shit. You
What do
can't
I got to
avoid
do?
shit.
What's the line?
What you would normally do with a woman?
Well, I can't fuck. What do you mean, ass fucking?
All right.
Anthony, would you
Yeah.
blow her or that, or fuck the guy with the tattoos?
Oh,
or Buck?
God.
That's your.
Can Buck roll over?
And you got to swallow.
Oh, God.
Come on.
No, you got that's the rule.
I think that's the rules. I think I got to fuck Buck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
dude,
I got to fuck
I couldn't
Buck.
do it.
How are you drinking a man's cum? I couldn't fuck that vagina. It's like a fucking car accident victim. Look, picture a girl that was in a fire. It burnt all her tits off in her hair.
Well,
now you're fucking.
At gunpoint.
Grow a goatee.
Yeah, the mustache.
Let me ask Florentine, can you close your eyes?
Absolutely.
No way.
All right. Well, that changes things.
No, you got those fucking Clockwork Orange things in
You
your
have
eyes.
to keep your eyes
You
wide
gotta
open.
Keep your Gullivers open.
Because if you close your eyes, game over. It's going to feel like a vagina.
Yeah, but then I lose my rod if I if I have my eyes open.
What?
Oh my God!
Why? Because you want to be turned on by Buck Angel's goatee that he's sporting in that picture?
I got to ask you now. Would you suck Bailey's dick until Bailey came in your mouth, or would you fuck Buck Angel?
I'll sum this up for you. Okay. This is my final closing argument.
All right.
Before we go to the jury.
At fucking gunpoint with popsicle sticks and duct tape, I couldn't get a fucking hard on if I had to fuck Buck Angel. I could not fake a hard on through that.
That could be very true, right?
Whereas the flip side of the coin is I would skip happily into a fire to fuck Bailey J.
So you would swallow Bailey before you'd fuck.
I wouldn't be into swallowing any jizz,
you
but
have to. That's the thing.
Why are you making these rules?
Florentine's rules.
It makes it more interesting.
rules.
It makes it way more interesting.
Florentine's rules, man.
All right,
I'm not
we're playing by his rules today.
You know, I think it really comes down to who would you rather fight. That's really the bottom line here.
That is true.
I think I could knock out Bailey.
Yeah, that glass jaw there.
Yeah, nothing worse than getting beat up with a guy with a cunt.
That would be a little degrading.
Some fucking dude with a vagina.
But Buck Angel doesn't have like a cock to punish you with, so.
That's true. But,
that'd be weird to watch them two fuck. They should do a movie.
She told me on her podcast last night that she wants to do a movie with him.
That would be interesting to watch. Yeah. Like,
he's got like
Bailey has
Buck Angel's
unusually small testicles.
Are they? I don't focus on that.
Might be a cold room.
Is what my problem is.
Huh?
You got
find a picture of
you.
Bailey that's in like those shorts, one of those pictures, so you get more of a girly look. And see if that changes anyone's opinion.
See a little more man in that picture.
Can we not avoid? We're avoiding something. Mr. DeRosa has not answered the question.
Yes, Mr. DeRosa.
Look. If I was doing fucking Buck Angel and sucking Bailey, I'd suck off Bailey. I'd take the hot load.
Yeah, that one.
You would take the hot load.
Yeah, I'd take that over fucking Buck Angel. Because I feel like I'm fucking a man with Buck Angel.
Right, that version of Bailey I'm interested in.
Yeah, see?
All right, but if you do take the load from Bailey, you can't run to the bathroom and go spit it out.
No.
Jesus, your rules are getting really fucking...
I know.
I know, right?
Jesus.
If it's look, do I want to get a load in my mouth? No, but if it's between that and fucking Buck Angel, I would take the load. I'd take Bailey any day. I'd take Bailey just regular.
Buck Angel's rough.
Let alone up against Buck Angel.
Buck Angel's rough.
I just figure with so many real girls with real vaginas out there, why are we fixated on these two fellas?
Well, that's why it took so long to get you guys in here. Sorry.
So what was your Opie?
There's no good answer there.
What?
Well, what if you have to pick one?
Yeah, you have to.
Jesus. I think I just I can't close my eyes.
What do you mean close your eyes?
Can't
on
close
what?
your eyes?
No, you can close your eyes. I'll throw that in.
Then the Buck Angel thing.
Buck Angel?
It'll feel like a vagina.
No, but this is...
No, it won't, because when you grab the hips to fuck, you're going to feel a hairy ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you going to be on top, or how's that going to work? Like, you picked a position.
What would your answer be, rule maker?
You know who wins in this?
There's no good answer to this. I'm not playing this.
If I could pick the whole if I could pick the entire thing, here's what I would pick. Covered up like it's having vagina surgery, where everything's covered except for that little hole in the sheet.
Like a Hasidic.
Where just where just the vagina is showing, and then fuck like that.
I would have Hasidic sex with
That's
Buck
all
Angel.
I do.
There you go.
Buck Angel.
There's my answer.
That's it.
There's no good answer here.
All right, but
and
if
the same,
but I
and the
bet
same thing
you-
with the asshole of Bailey J.
I bet you Buck has managed to make his vagina smell like balls.
I thought the same thing. It's got to just reek like man
It looks
ass.
like it smells like cock.
Balls and
Yeah.
cock, sweaty cock.
Also, here's the
Locker
problem
room.
with your Hasidic sheet scenario.
Yes, sir.
You
Yeah.
can still hear through the sheets. You're going to hear her manly fucking grunts.
Good job. You call that fucking...
That's the problem.
All right,
man.
you guys can use the Hasidic sheet, but if he turns around and looks you in the eye when you're fucking him from behind, you got to look at him back.
Oh boy,
that's a real gay
I think
moment.
also, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep her eye.
Can you put a wig on Buck?
That makes it too easy with the wig.
Yeah, I guess.
Who would
And
you?
why is it a blowjob with fucking Bailey and not fucking?
Well,
because that's a no-brainer. You'd bang a hot chick in the ass any day of the week, right?
So you take Bailey and bend her over the bed so you don't see any dick or anything, and then just tool her in the ass.
Tool her in the ass.
She's so hot, she could literally, as I was fucking her, be dangling her dick in my face like this, and I wouldn't care.
Would you let Bailey, look, you're on your back, Bailey's on top, jerking off, and just arcs one onto your fucking face?
Is that okay?
I've had my own jizz on my face. What's the difference?
It's another man's.
So that's okay.
You would have to stare. You would have to stare at the tits as that's going down.
Huh?
You would have to stare at the tits as that's going down.
Yeah, I think she's.
Who would you make out with? Because that's way gayer.
Oh, in a second.
I'm just gonna. Have to
I would go out on a date with her.
Yeah, because that fucking cock is getting on my tits.
Yeah, I think I would make out with Bailey first if I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you definitely would. Fucking Buck, what's his name? Buck Angel? He's got stubble and shit.
He's got to go
and not on his cock either.
Dude.
See, that does look good. I'll give you that. That's not bad. There's like hips on that thing, and
I'm telling you,
the hips don't look manly, right?
no,
they
the hips
look
are round
manly.
and shit, and the face looks good there, and it's cool hair.
Almost childbearing, like.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's
Or
yeah,
ball
yes.
bearing.
So confusing.
If you, I'm telling you, if you talk to her at a party for hours and hours and then somebody said to you, she's got a cock, you would not believe
You'd be
it.
like,
You'd be like, no,
"Oh!"
no,
No, that's bull. Stop it.
Lucky
I don't
day.
believe you. Too good to be true.
Florentine,
Would you?
part of your rules. Does she tell the world after it's over?
Yeah, but you could just deny it. Or as a comic, you can go, "Yeah, I did it. So what?"
Yeah.
For a goof. For a goof.
I did it because I needed 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Would you let Bailey fuck you in the ass, though?
No, I don't. No, I don't think I'd be into
If
that.
you guys
I
are
wouldn't let
rolling
any
around and
fucking chick in my
hijinks were going on,
Yeah.
All right,
I think if
Florentine's got-
hijinks were going on, and she puts on the little pouty face and goes, "Oh, Joe, can I fuck you in the ass?" You'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Well, you know me with hijinks, Anthony.
Hijinks and shenanigans.
I would love for her to trick Joe DeRosa, and now she's fucking him in the ass and just goes, "I'm a man, you stupid fuck."
What are you doing? Yeah, the voice comes down.
Comes down and goes, "You stupid."
I'm telling everyone.
What are you
She
doing?
becomes Olivia Octave.
What are you doing?
Yeah, as her cocks in my ass, she just leaves it and goes, "Gotcha."
You just got
Another one of
punked.
you fucking homos.
Ashton Kutcher comes out.
Wow, that's a
Joe,
weird
all right, so
discussion.
look,
oh
so
boy,
Bailey-
more rules from Florentine.
We used
Not
to-
good.
look,
I like this.
Not good.
Anthony knows you're on a construction site for hours, you're
Yeah.
bored, so you just come up with these games and you just keep pushing it further and further.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to be there, so it's just entertaining. All right, so
Like he knows, man. God damn, that's great.
so Bailey fucks you in the ass. You let her fuck you in the ass. You get 2 HBO specials, 2 1-hour specials.
Fuck that. Then you got to write 2 hours
Oh yeah,
of material.
look, my beef.
You got it in the ass fucking. It writes itself.
2 1-hour specials.
My beef with her banging me in the ass isn't because she's banging me in the ass. It's that it's gonna hurt, and I'm not gonna be able to do it.
2
Why? How
1-hour
do you?
specials.
How do you know,
No,
Joe?
I'm saying yeah.
So you would do it.
I'd give it a shot.
How do you know it hurts, Joe?
Huh?
How do you know it hurts?
Listen, I've heard.
I would have leaned towards I've had shits that hurt.
Fucking Ross. It's amazing how a fucking thick
gone that
shit
way
can
with
come
it
out.
there, Joe.
As long as it's moving in the proper direction, it's no
I
problem.
mean, I've taken some thick, hard black shits.
I'm loving the logic of Russell Peters. He's just slapping you around, Joe. He's
Yeah, it's, you know. No, look, I'm a big fan of the finger in the A. And
Are you really?
I can only take a little bit of the finger before I'm
I
like,
don't want
easy.
anything near my ass.
No. No.
You don't like a finger in the ass?
I don't want anything there.
No.
First
I
knuckle.
just kind of.
First knuckle?
No.
Yeah,
Your G-spot's up there.
My
you know what?
G-spot's,
I got plenty of
busting out of my
G-spots. I got plenty of G-spots. Right on the head of my cock is like one. I know it.
Yeah.
You don't got to go searching internally for
I'm a
it.
visual guy.
I need to visualize.
It gets old though. Just the the head of your cock. After a while, you're like, yeah, this same old fucking.
How does that ever get old?
Never gets old.
What's wrong with you?
What's happening here?
It's like watching football. Never
Doesn't
gets
get
old.
old. Doesn't
Well,
get
that's
old.
old.
No,
Spices
I
it
can't
up.
have my ass touched at all.
No, that's
Look,
why
the
you're
bottom
looking at
line
fucking
here
trannies.
is if Joe DeRosa, anyone listening, he has 2 HBO specials in the next 5 years.
You know what happened?
He took it in the shitter.
That's what it comes down
He took it
to.
in the shitter.
I'm the only guy in this room that likes a finger in the Duke.
I'll take one just the first knuckle.
I'm embarrassed by my
That's all
own.
I'm saying.
I'm embarrassed by my own asshole after taking dumps sometimes. So
You trust that?
Who cares? Is that your finger in there?
Trust them to only go a knuckle?
I don't want to put anyone through that.
I think I would shit
I'd
on
have her
him.
put one of those things like you put on a drill bit, a little collar, so you know how far it's going into the wood.
Yeah, but then you might lose it when she's pulling it out.
That's true. Not the tape. You can't just put tape. You need that locking collar. I don't know. I'm not into the that type of.
I'm with you,
play.
Ant.
With a girl though, the girl's ass is completely in game.
Yeah. No,
in
the girl's
game.
ass is
anything.
It's very exciting.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second. In a second.
Mark Maron?
But me, I'm not 30, man.
What's Mark checking in? Wow. Fucking Mark Maron. Marky.
Hey? No? Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Mark.
What's up, buddy?
How are you, brother?
Good, how are you?
God.
That's not Mark Maron.
It's not Mark Maron, right?
Who screened the calls?
Nope. I was calling in about your Happy Valley, California.
That ain't Marin.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Who's screening calls in there?
Who are you, brother?
Who am I?
What?
The caller.
Jesus Christ.
Why? Why?
Why are you on our hotline?
Because you left the phone number for someone to call about the name of the city in California.
Oh, yeah, we did. Hey, what's your favorite radio station?
60s on 6.
60s on 6. Absolutely.
One of these assholes.
Remember this? This takes me right back.
Yeah.
What's your favorite 60s artist?
The Vogues.
The Vogues. So what are you trying to win, sir? Tell everybody what you're trying to win.
I'm not trying to win nothing. I just gave you the answer to your question. That's why I called in.
What's the answer?
Happy Valley, California.
Happy Valley, California.
And with that, we're going to play Shiny Happy People.
That's not 60s.
It
They'll
doesn't
play
matter.
So Happy Together
That's it.
by the Turtles.
And I heard you talking about having it.
Shut up, you fucking degenerate hippie cocksucker! Die!
You got the wrong guy.
Go back to your 60s on 6, you fucking fossil, degenerate.
Sir, do you have a pussy?
Stink pot fucking hippie cunt.
Sir, do you like a finger in the ass to the second knuckle?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Is that Max Cady? Holy Christ.
Right, enough for you.
All right, go listen to this.
Yeah, more 60s and dial the
60s
phone right
on
next
6
time.
Whatever, yeah.
You fucking...
Oh, boy, is that a
hippie,
waste of a channel
stone
on
fuck.
Sirius XM, huh?
Oh, God, that's what's listening?
What
is
a
it?
waste. 60s on 6, I guess.
Exactly. And the 60s channel's giving out our hotline number?
No.
Or he misdialed?
He obviously misdialed.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we take a quick break and get into some other shit?
Yes, Serini.
I want to know about your interview with Axel.
Yeah.
That's why you're here, right? One of the reasons. Promote that.
Yeah, I wanted to get out of the house. Fucking baby screaming. Yeah, we interviewed Axl Rose. It's going to air tomorrow night on VH1 Classic.
That's fucking cool.
First sit-down TV interview in over 20 years.
And you guys got it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We got to talk about that after the break.
Holy shit.
And Russell's hanging. He's doing Caroline's this weekend, but he's not promoting. That thing
No, I'm just
is
hanging out.
Please. I think
Fucking
it's
sold
sold
out.
out. Don't even bother. Don't bother.
I want to know.
don't need you.
I want to know about the world, though. This
He doesn't
Russell
even know
Peters-
what the curtain is over there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
No
like,
clue.
All the people that can't get in the Russell show, I'm at Bananas across the river.
Yeah, there you go.
Friday and
Go
Saturday.
see
so.
Jim Florentine at Bananas.
Yeah, and I'll I'll do my ode to Russell Peters on stage. Just fill that 250-seat room for me, please.
Russell does love Iron Maiden, so you can talk about that.
Absolutely.
You like Iron Maiden?
I love Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that's some heavy shit.
And Testament.
Old school.
Testament.
Nice. Nice.
Dick
should have been part of that fourth race. He knows his stuff.
Look, we're trying to man it up now after talking about who's sucking dick. Hey, right? Don't you like that music?
Hey, don't you like fucking 22?
I like anal cunt.
Yeah. Well, I'm sucking the tranny's cock. I like listening to.
I don't know why you're worried. I'm the only one that was leaping up and down to do it.
You really are, man. You are so eager.
You were a little anxious, man. Marquis was getting me in a corner. I just punched my way out. I'm like, fuck you and your fucking question.
Now, I've only seen pictures. I've only seen pictures and stuff. I'm not going to judge you, but I do. I would like
pal.
I would. I would like to see this person in person. Hear this person talk. See the mannerisms and everything. Get a close look.
She
get a
looks
close
like
look
my
at the penis.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Really?
My ex-girlfriend has a vagina. It's so weird.
Wow.
She does a little bit. There is a little similarity.
Damn.
How do you get your phone to stick to the thing like that?
It's something I haven't told you about yet.
Quick break. We're going to continue with these guys.
Right. The Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Joe DeRosa's getting killed on Twitter. Joe DeRosa Comedy, right?
Yes, that's Joe DeRosa Comedy.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Oh, Jesus.
You're getting killed. He's just reading tweets out loud, and we're
You're
dying.
getting ass pounded on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm getting more positives than negatives, but the negatives are just making me laugh. These are really fucking funny.
What are the positives?
HIV.
I did say to, in all fairness, I did say to Joe DeRosa, if we went to the phones and threw the question out there, I'm convinced hundreds of guys would agree with you.
Nah, they'd all be like,
If you pick up 10 calls, I bet you 7 are going to say I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah,
Guys
maybe
ain't gonna
3.
come
I'm just
forward.
saying there's enough guys out there that are on Joe's side.
Yeah.
But with that said, what are some of the tweets coming in?
Oh, hold on. I got to pull it up
You
again.
think chicks would dig that? Like, you think girls? Because a lot of girls
a few
are like
girls got to Joe.
Bi-like, you know? You think you think chicks would like being with that girl? The fucking or the guy with the dick girl.
I don't think very confusing.
Not Buck.
This is my favorite one. Tex Punch'em wrote, I'd love to fuck them both. High five.
High five. Yeah, high five.
Does the high five make it less gay?
That one.
Yeah, mans it up. Mans it up.
Mans it up a bit.
Yeah, just great. Shane Nixon wrote, great job on O&A today, Mr. I don't mind a mule. Those are my 2 favorites.
See, but this audience is desensitized because of Norton, so
Right. Yes. Yes.
this isn't that shocking.
Yeah, he did desensitize a lot of people out there. We thank him for that, I guess. The other thing, which had me dying.
Joe was talking about how he was talking with Bailey.
Right.
He was talking with Bailey, and a lot of guys apparently wouldn't mind the dick on a hot girl like that, but a lot of guys don't want to say anything.
Yeah, she was saying like that, like she had been in previous circumstances where like she'd be at a bar talking to a bunch of guys, and they all knew that she had a cock, and you know they were like, "Well, you're hot and all, but that's gay, and I wouldn't do that, whatever." And then she said it would always like dwindle down to one guy, and that would finally be like, "All right, now that my friends are gone, I'd suck your dick."
I'll suck that dick. I'll suck that cock.
I said 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was just thinking how fucked up it would be to have 2 guys left at the bar that
are
want,
friends
that want that dick,
right?
And
No,
they're just
I'll walk her
they're
home.
just milling,
and they're waiting each other out.
So you got to get up early for work? Don't you have to get up real early? Someone expecting you home, and they're just kicking the floor. Another beer, I guess. And they're just both not leaving.
Yeah, like the
not
guy's like,
fucking
look,
leaving.
man, I got my car. I'll drive you out of the city. Nah, I'm going to take a
Nah,
cab.
I'm good. I'm going to hang.
No,
I'm gonna, you take
I'm gonna
off.
have one more beer.
Nah, yeah, I'll hang out
I'll
too.
give you a ride.
And they're
It's going to
both
cost you
just
$70 for a cab.
They're both just wanting that cock.
Yeah. And that bathroom argument. So, fuck, dude, what the fuck, bro? You going for this or not? Because I'm going for it.
Homo.
If we both did it, would it still make us gay, or would that two negatives equal a positive?
Joe, this isn't good, but Tom NY on Twitter writes, here, Joe DeRosa comedy come out of the closet on Opie Radio, Anthony Cumia. Replay on Sirius 206 at 3 p.m.
This is going to make
They're already
best of
promoting the
year.
replay.
Oh, yeah.
They're promoting the replay for us.
Holy shit.
If you want it, look, we have the part 2 of You Know What Dude podcast, Robert Kelly's podcast, comes out today with the Bailey interview.
Fuck,
so you'll hear
numbers now, man.
Hear more about her. Subscribe to her on iTunes. So.
All right. Hey, I want to talk to Florentine about Axl Rose, because I was a massive Guns N' Roses fan growing up. Massive.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
you finally got to talk to this guy.
Unbelievable. First of all, his new band, the band that he has, is phenomenal.
But
I know it's not the guy, except for Dizzy Reed, the keyboard player
Yeah.
that played on Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. He's the only original member from back
Does
in the
Axl
day.
still sound good?
Unbelievable.
He could still hit those high notes?
Every note, running around on stage like a maniac. Great showman. Phenomenal.
Did he look chubby?
No, that's what everyone's saying. Is like,
Well,
oh,
there's pictures online where it's a fat Axl.
it must have been a bad picture of him or something. I don't know, from a different angle, whatever it was. He's not fat at all.
And then we got a clip where he wasn't hitting the high notes. So someone was trying to fuck him over, I guess.
Well, look, I mean, some of those songs, like he was saying in the interviews, like some of these songs I regret singing, like You Could Be Mine. It's like all of a sudden I got to sing that live. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, it's tough. You know, when you sing that shit in the 20s, now you're in your 40s, and
so you're sitting there, and all of a sudden Axl shows up. Are you freaking out? I know you've interviewed a lot of big fucking musicians.
This is the biggest one. No,
of course.
He liked the show. We know he watched the show because we know some guys in the band. He goes, Axl watches your show. He likes it. And then we heard that, yeah, he might want to do an interview. More of it was his management, because his manager wants to get out there. They're doing a whole U.S. tour.
Right.
So he's got to get his face out there. And they go, yeah, come down to Miami, and we're playing, and bring the crew, and you're going to get an interview with Axl. Axl didn't know this was going on. I'm totally 100% sure of that. So we get down there, we're waiting. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're supposed to interview him. It doesn't happen till 5:40 in the morning. So I waited like 14 hours
So
to get the interview.
he's still up to his old tricks,
But he didn't
making
know.
everyone wait.
No, but he didn't know. That was well. First of all, they didn't go on till midnight. They played till 3 in the morning. They played 3 hours.
God damn.
And we're hoping to get it before the show.
What time was he supposed to go on stage?
Well, you know,
it doesn't help.
What time is the show?
People get fucking
But it was
pissed. They
Miami
got
on a
jobs
Saturday
and
night.
shit.
You know
All right,
what I
Saturday
mean?
night's fine.
Yeah, the next night he went on 11. I heard. So.
Yeah, all right.
So he cleaned it up.
Yeah, he moved it up and out. But that was the daylight savings time. That's why.
So he finally shows up at 5:40 in the morning.
5:40.
Fuck.
Are
you tired at this point?
Brutal. Because he likes to go to clubs afterwards. That's like his thing. He'll go to clubs.
Somewhere in there.
So South Beach is 10 minutes away. So we're like, after the show, he's not talking to fucking 3 slobs. You know what I mean? He's going to go to South Beach, just go hang out and stuff.
He was probably aware right after the show that he was going to talk to you guys, but made you wait because he had to do some clubbing.
No, he didn't go to the club, actually. He stayed
okay.
backstage. But he didn't find out. Like at 3:30, we text one of the guys in the band and go, I just asked Axl. He said he has no idea about this interview. Meanwhile, we sent a whole crew down there. We're like, fuck. He goes, no one told me. So now it goes back and back, and, you know, all of a sudden this manager, yeah, he's taking a shower. He'll be there in 10 minutes. Yeah, he's just getting ready, another 20 minutes. And they finally just asked him, like 20 minutes before, hey, there's an interview here. Just go talk to VH1 for a few minutes.
Motherfucker.
And they walked in. He's like, what the fuck is this? He even said that. He goes, dude, I didn't know there was an interview till like 20 minutes before. I never
Holy
made you guys
shit.
wait. Which I didn't care. Look, I walked out of a strip club fucking drunk and walked out of a plane. So basically we just went from the interview to the plane and went home. So I didn't care waiting. I saw a 3-hour show. And he was fucking really funny and engaging and just a good dude. He wasn't angry. He didn't say, don't ask me this, none of that shit. He was just a really
usually
good dude.
management who does that shit anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But none of that. They would just say, he's coming in and just have fun with him.
So you came away with a good impression of the guy.
Yeah, if you guys watch the interview, you'll see.
I can't wait. I'm going to check it out.
It's tomorrow night, VH1 Classic, 11 o'clock.
They edited a lot of the shit?
Not too much, no. But, you know, he just said, look, as far as being late, he goes, look, I'm a perfectionist. There's a lot of drama that goes on before a show. I don't know exactly what he's like, and I just need everything to be perfect before I go on.
He's a head case a little bit.
But, yeah, I mean, you know, they do a sound check every night, so I don't know what the drama is. You know, you get there at 4 in the afternoon. Usually shows run pretty smooth.
I feel like a lot of these guys, after a while, could just do it in their sleep. They're singing the same songs night after night.
Yeah, and he said, look, the bottom line is, even when I was a kid, my school was right next door. I could see it on my window, and I'd be 30 minutes late to that. I got a problem being late. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's funny, though.
Yeah. He's like, so I've always been late. And
What
he goes,
is he?
but I put a kick-ass show on.
Did he talk about the other guys, like Slash and stuff?
Well, he didn't didn't really talk about Slash. Slash is the one he has the main problem with.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys, Duff actually went on stage in London with him a few months ago and jammed with them for the first time in years. And they're friends now, and Duff's solo band is going to do some dates with Guns.
Shit.
So they're going to open.
That means Duff will do some Guns songs, too.
Probably, yeah, he'll come up afterwards.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said they hung out. They haven't seen each other in 15 years. They hung out, went to dinner after the show and all that stuff.
What's their beef with Slash and him?
I don't know. You know, I think it's over, you know, the music and the rights to the name and all that stuff. And, you know, Axl just works on his own time. And they want to put shit out, you know, get on the road, and Axl wants to take his time until the shit's right. So I think that's what it was. And I think it's not as bad, the feud, as anymore.
You got to think they're all going to get back together.
Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're up this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're on the ballot for the first time.
So if it's going to happen,
you know, we asked
them
him about that, like, what's going to happen. We asked Slash on the show, because Slash is going to be on this. He said, look, I'm going to be there. I don't know who else is going to show up. And then Axl said, hey, we'll see who shows up and who, you know, if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, who wants there. So
Slash is just about ready. These guys are, the original guys are going to get back together.
Slash is a pretty chill dude, though.
Yeah,
he's a great. Yeah, absolutely. He's a super guy. But the thing is, do Guns N' Roses wait till like 11, 12 o'clock to go on stage? That was a big problem back in the day. They didn't want to sit around and make the fans wait. They're booing in between songs and stuff like that. So Axl's set in his ways. He's not going to go on stage at 9 o'clock. So if they get back together, that shit's going to go on again.
Why don't they just change the clocks on him?
Well, what I tell people is, like, look, I don't like to be at a venue till 2 in the morning either, but you know what? If you know you're going to see Guns N' Roses, show up at fucking 10:30 then.
You deal.
Why don't they?
Because in the end, it's worth it.
Why don't they just make the show time 11 o'clock? Why don't they just be like, we do late shows only, instead of saying it's going to be at 8 or whatever?
Then that would mean that Axl comes on at 3. So it's in his head, he can't do it properly, I'm thinking.
You know, and there's also curfew fees. You know, you go over at 11 o'clock, so there's like $70 grand a night in curfew fees that they got to pay overtime and stuff.
Right.
Which is insane. But he was great on there, though. He was telling. I said, look, man, there's a lot of untrue rumors about you out there you never address. He's like, I just don't like talking to the media. They fuck me over, and you know, he's just talking about some of them and stuff that. You know, because I just hear this shit every day. I just heard one last week in the London Times or whatever saying I run over dogs and I killed my dog and I run around my neighborhood and just kill dogs. And everybody's
the fuck is that? I never heard
on my
that one.
Twitter going, you fucking piece of shit. You're worse than Michael Vick. And he's like, I don't respond to it. He goes, I should. And I go, doesn't it bother you? He's like, yeah, it bothers me, but eventually I let it go.
But it's easier just to let it go, right?
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully the Guns gets back together, but he was great, man.
Yeah, that's a big.
That is
he
cool,
didn't walk out, any of that shit. He was really funny too.
After that long of not sitting down and actually having an interview, that's a coup.
You figured he'd be real guarded. You ever see De Niro in an interview? He's terrible.
Oh, he's horrible.
Yeah, so we thought that's what it was going to be, the same stock answers. But he opened up and and all that stuff. So.
But he probably trusted you guys because he knows your musical depth, your knowledge goes deep there.
You know, look, you guys know coming on a show, it's like you finally get somebody, you don't want to just attack them.
Right.
Because then they're never going to come back, unless they're being dicks. If they're being dicks, then you go after them, and he wasn't, so we weren't going to go, what the fuck, dude? Why you make these guys wait? You know, you kind of ask the question in like a nice way. And then eventually we knew the Slash thing was going to be rough to bring up.
Yeah, but
he actually brought it up. We
he
were just
probably
talking
knows.
about the other guys.
You want to bring it up. You got to bring it up. What the fuck was I going to say? Oh, did you get a picture?
Of course.
That's like what Jimmy would say. Did you get a picture?
Yeah, of course.
Was it good?
I got a picture of me
Did you get
and Slash
signed?
here.
Slash, yeah. No, yeah, I did get a picture afterwards. I made sure I have my camera right next to my foot. The cameraman was like, get that camera in a shot. I go, no, because I got to fucking grab it as soon as it's over. As Axl's taking his mic off, I'm right next to him. So, yes, I did get a picture.
You know, it's like, I'm not surprised that he was cool. Like, a guy like that would be cool with you guys, even though he doesn't do press and all that stuff like you were saying, because you guys are so the real deal. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure any musician, no matter how long they've been around in the field of rock that you guys are enthusiasts in or whatever, would see you guys and go, these guys are the real deal. They're not annoying fanboys. They're not shitty press. They're not, they're the real fucking deal. And like talking to guys like you probably brings him back to everything he got into music to begin with. You know what I mean? You probably are like, fuck, I knew guys like this back in the day. So he sits down with you. He's really comfortable. You know what I mean? You're not some fucking dumb chick from, some bullshit magazine going, which one are you? Are you Izzy? You know what I mean? Or whatever.
And if he watches the show, we don't attack the guests. You know, we'll ask some pertinent questions if we have to, but we don't just attack them, so he knows, all right, these guys aren't going to be brutal on me.
Yeah.
So we feel like the Barbara Walters of metal.
Yeah, it's like sitting down with Tom Snyder or something. You know what I mean? He's really going to like dig into your life and talk. Nothing.
It's like when Tom Snyder interviewed Kiss in '79.
Yeah.
And Ace was hammered.
Tom Snyder gave a good interview. Dick Cavett, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That was
fucking
great,
just smoking.
I was watching old clips of talk shows and the amount of cigarettes that were being smoked during those. It was my favorite one is on the Twilight Zone CDs, the DVDs, the collection. They got interviews with Rod Serling on the David Susskind show.
I have that.
They're smoking in this studio. At some points you can't see them, and I literally can't see them. The cameras are pulled so far back. It's a big studio, but they got ashtrays. They're both smoking so much. And I think the crew is smoking and everything. And there was just rolling clouds of smoke in the entire room. It's hilarious.
It looks like an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Of The Twilight Zone, yeah.
Dude, my favorite thing in that interview is you watch this thing and you, like, I get really nostalgic with show, but I'm like, oh, that was a better time in television. What a simple time. And then you watch this interview from 1959 or whatever with Rod Serling, and he's going, this fucking business stinks. I'm done with these executives. They're morons. It just sounds like comics at the cellar. They're bitching.
Miserable. Yeah. I'll do this myself. I'll produce it. I'll do everything. Fuck them. Fuck them. The
it's
business.
good to know the business is the same.
The business never changes. Never changes.
He literally says in this interview, and it's on the eve of The Twilight Zone coming out, which is one of the greatest TV shows ever, and he literally goes, this is it. This is my last-ditch effort. I don't care anymore. This is my and it becomes the greatest thing the guy ever did. Yeah. But he is at the end of his fucking rope. He's like, I can't stand this business. It's insane
fucking
how
angry Rod Serling, just bitter fucking. He's been run through the mill, Rod Serling.
Rod Serling.
Gotta see this now. Fuck.
It's a good interview, man. It's cool.
I go to YouTube and watch like a lot of the old fucking '70s.
Oh
the Merv Griffin show and Mike Douglas. And
those
all
clips are great. They're so hokey and weird, and
I know, but they seem to have more fun on those shows.
Yeah, now
it's more relaxed, right?
Now it's just about going on and plugging your shit and playing your clip.
They didn't need a reason to be on back then.
No, they just sat down.
Hey, look who's in town. Let's talk to them, see what's up.
Yeah, look at who's here with cigarettes and booze in hand.
And now you get, like, someone that goes on, like, Letterman or whatever, like Gwyneth Paltrow, and she talks about her plane ride.
Yeah.
And she's not a comic, and it goes on for like 7 minutes. Just nonsense. There's
not a good storyteller.
Even hint of a joke. There's nothing.
But who was the guy that took the cigarettes away? Someone had to walk in one day and go, look, we can't have guys smoking.
Can't be smoking.
Someone had it.
It's gunking up our video units.
Right.
Well, look what happened with Kimmel. Remember Kimmel when his show first came out?
He's
like,
I was
part
of
the guest
that.
Drink, and the first night, two audience members puked, and they go, that's it. ABC goes, no drinking.
I got to explain. I was part of that. Never was on Kimmel, but I was hanging out in L.A. for a while, and I would just hang out in that back room because it was the greatest fucking party ever.
Yeah, pool tables, pinball machines,
hot chicks. There were so many celebrities that just showed up that weren't even booked for Kimmel, just for the backstage shit, and then they were feeding, like you said, the audience booze as well.
It sucks.
It was a great idea.
I know.
I wish he could still do. You watch those old Dean Martin clips.
Yeah.
There's a Dean Martin thing with Bob Newhart where Dean Martin is playing a wig salesman, and he fucking is just in the tuxedo. Because he never changed for any of the sketches.
Why would he?
He's standing as a wig salesman in a tuxedo smoking a cigarette through the whole fucking sketch. And you're like, this was the shit.
Yeah,
They're just
you want a
around.
wig, do you?
Yeah. He's laughing through the whole sketch.
They were horrible.
Fuck this script. I'm here to smoke and try to fuck that blonde singing These Boots Are Made for Walking.
They just went with it. They just went with the whole program.
Carson would do all those fucking bits, the Mighty Carson art players. You'd do those bits with the fucking hot blondes and shit like that, that now would just be so sexist and racist and everything else. And it was just hilarious, Now everybody's too worried about what the fuck someone's going to say.
You can't. Look at Brett Ratner. He's doing a Q&A at a friggin' wherever. And
a throwaway line.
Somebody's videotaping, and now he's off the Oscars.
What do you say? Rehearsing's for fags?
Yeah, rehearsals
for fags.
That whole
Eddie Murphy
enough already.
Resigned to he's not hosting.
Enough already.
Yeah.
Now we lost fucking Eddie Murphy.
Reason for what? Saying the word?
No, Eddie. Eddie.
Eddie's just he's like Ratner's guy.
It seems like he's sticking up for Ratner.
Ratner brought him in.
That's what this is about.
Brought him in as host. He was like, yeah, let's have Eddie host. So when he's gone, Eddie's like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
It sucked. It's such an immature fucking argument. Like, it's unbelievable to me that people would make such a stink out of it. And then I read this interview, or this article about it, where the guy that runs GLAAD, or the president of GLAAD, goes, we sat down with Brett and we talked to him, and his apology is just the first of many public appearances he's going to make.
Many public floggings he'll have
it's
to
like,
fucking
dude,
sit through.
You literally sit you down like a 12-year-old.
Joe, we've been on this for a while. They'll find someone and then they'll take them hostage.
They hold them hostage.
They held fucking Tracy Morgan
Tracy
hostage.
Morgan they got.
We all know Tracy Morgan. Was that Tracy Morgan we saw on TV?
I know.
Having
They
the
flew him
sit-downs with everybody? That was someone that was being held fucking hostage.
When you have to fly back to Nashville or wherever it was and apologize to the crowd that was there.
Tracy Morgan?
I know.
I mean, please.
My theory is that many of these organizations are nonprofits. They get government funding, and in order to keep that easy money rolling in, they've got to make a stink every year.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't want to make a stink over anything real. This isn't a real fight. If you're a gay rights proponent, good. We need to have those. But fighting over Brett Ratner saying fag and not meaning it like that is not a fight for gay rights.
And Joe, it's
a bullshit fight.
And Joe, as a gay guy, you weren't offended by that, right?
Yeah, exactly. You want to fight for gay rights? Have a rally so I can suck a girl's cock and not worry about it getting beat up afterwards.
But it's a cock-loving straight man, Joe.
Right. And, I mean, when Brett Ratner said rehearsals for fags, how many people really thought that meant,
nobody?
Gay?
That's my point.
Meant, a bunch of people that suck dick. That's such, especially our age. I've never looked at it that way.
Every year, like clockwork. This happened last year with that Ron Howard movie, The Dilemma, whatever it was called. We're in the thing. Everybody knows smart cars are gay.
Right.
I don't mean gay like homosexual gay. I mean like dumb. Yeah.
Right.
And they made a fucking huge stink about that, and they pulled the ads, and the movie fucking suffered. And it's like, guys, this is an easy stink to make, to say, hey, everybody, look, we're still doing our job over here. Please keep that money coming in.
The word has two meanings. It has two meanings. It's a derogatory term for gay people, and it's another word that everybody uses as being something, not quite up to fucking manly status.
Well, it's like the whole man up commercials now. That's the word. A guy goes, oh, you want to go to the bathroom with me? Oh, come on, man up. So it's all saying, like, you're a fag.
Don't be a fag.
You want to go to the bathroom
when you tell your
with
fucking friends, it's like, hey, let's go to the fucking bar tonight. It's like, nah, I want to hang out. It's like, don't be a faggot. Get fucking, come on out.
Right.
It doesn't mean don't stay home and have gay sex so I can come in and beat you up when I catch you.
That's not what that meant?
No.
I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
But it's like it's got two distinct meanings, That's one of them is derogatory, which if it's used like, hey, I say we go out and beat up some fags. All right, that's now you got something.
Joe, as a guy that sucks on man clit,
right?
No, it's an incredibly immature argument, and the fact that we can't come to terms as a culture with the fact that words progress and words start to have different meaning. Booty being the classic example does not mean fucking pirate treasure anymore. Words change. And nobody's saying that there is not hatred or prejudice towards gay people in this. There is.
But don't take things
that's
that
not
aren't.
Yeah, he didn't mean it like that.
It's about intent.
Yeah, exactly. You know the difference. Yeah, everyone knows what Ratner meant.
Everyone gets carried away, though. When you look at sexual harassment in the workplace, it starts off as the boss saying, sit on my lap, suck my dick, I'll get you a better job, this, that, or the other thing. That's sexual harassment.
Herman Cain?
When it's you can't put some dumb fucking thing in your cubicle that shows, like, a scantily clad girl or a joke that you like in your cubicle. That's not fucking sexual harassment in the workplace.
So ridiculous.
It's not.
It's so fucking
because
ridiculous.
a chick could put up fucking Brad Pitt without a shirt on.
Of course.
Right.
Exactly.
We got to look at that every day.
They just turn it into something, they go to the extreme level where it's not what it was supposed to be. It's not what it was intended to be in the first place, which was really to help people. If there's any organization that wants to keep gay guys from getting their shit beat out of them because they're gay, I'm all for it. Fine. But if it's, all of a sudden now our language is being
questioned,
fucked with, and you got to worry about having your job if you say fag, and with no intent, no ill intent against gay people.
And
fucking ridiculous.
Think about how fucking juvenile and just
the Jews.
How fucking trivial this really is. Okay, Brett Ratner said this thing. People got angry about it. What good did it do to force him to step down from the Oscars? Nothing.
One less gay person that'll be beat up, I guess.
He stepped down from the Oscars, but now everybody's happy with Brett Ratner and going, come on, Brett, you're doing the right thing now. What the fuck did that have to do? Couldn't he just said sorry and still kept his goddamn job?
No, and that's the world we live in. You can't just say you're sorry. They need punishment and repercussions and some kind of thing. Your actions merit that you now lose your fucking gig. Well, it's ridiculous.
Everybody can be bought, and if your price only goes as high as somebody not doing the fucking Oscars, this isn't a cause. That's fucking embarrassing. Take a goddamn stand, and if you're really mad at him, go, hey, go fuck yourself, Ratner. No, you're not on our team. You're a fucking asshole. But they won't do that because they're
mob tactics.
Political fucking cocksuckers, no pun intended.
And him excluded.
Yeah, right? Takes one to know one, I guess.
No, it's just shit. It does
Isn't
more.
that the pot calling the kettle a cocksucker?
It does more damage than good. It does more damage than good. When you fight these petty fucking issues, it damages the people you're trying to help and protect.
Yeah,
it doesn't help them.
It absolutely doesn't. Yes, slow clap. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Look, the bottom line is, in 10 years from now, whatever word they're using for gay, whatever's acceptable, and my friend goes, I just went to a Broadway show and I saw a dance and I kind of liked it. I'm using that word. I'm using that word. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you want to change it to, I'm using that. So keep substituting the word.
Oh, we're going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, exactly. Queer, homo, can't use any of them, fag. Okay, whatever you're going to have in 10 years, I'm using that.
I'm a big fan of the old school queer.
You know what? I
like that word.
I've been using it a lot on stage now.
It's kind of like honky, but
you're a little light in the loafers.
Light in the loafers.
I like light in the loafers.
It sounds fun.
It does. It sounds
a little
fun.
floaty.
So,
well, and like Fruity's a great example. Fruit used to mean gay.
You'd say, hey, you fruit.
He'd say he's a fucking fruit. That meant he was gay. Now you can say fruity, and people go, oh, that means that he's a little goofy or a little off or a little crazy or whatever. Nobody cares. That is not a gay slur anymore.
Yeah. Archie Bunker used to use fruit all the time. I think he's a fruit. He would say shit like that.
Mr.
And it meant gay.
He was fairy, didn't he?
Yeah, fairy.
Yeah.
Jeez, dear.
Yeah, jeez.
Why did you suck a cock, dear?
Everyone knows England is a fag country. When he said that, it's like fucking brilliant. England is a fag country.
We understood what he meant? What was Russell saying?
My friends and I use dancer as code for gay.
Oh, dancer.
Because if we said, yo, that guy's gay, they'd be like, oh, he's not cool?
No, see?
Yeah.
Because gay means not cool.
No, he's a fucking dancer. Oh, he's gay.
Gotcha. Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it actually does make more sense. He's a dancer. Okay.
You referenced it, so we got to play some Archie. We love playing Archie Bunker on this show.
Which,
what do you got, E?
Just because a guy is sensitive and he's an intellectual and he wears glasses, you make him out a queer.
I never said a guy who wears glasses is a queer. A guy who wears glasses is a four-eyes. A guy who's a fag is a queer.
That's fucking That was on fucking television.
That's it.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
That was on television.
It was on, not only was it on television, it was when we only had 3 fucking channels.
Could you imagine trying to get that past anyone today on television?
You couldn't. You absolutely couldn't.
A guy that's a fag is a queer.
You want one more?
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We all know Roger, and we all know he's straight. And even if he wasn't, and I said if, what difference would that make? Do you know that in many countries, England for instance, there is a law that says whatever 2 consenting adults do in private is their own business?
Listen, this ain't England. We threw England out of here a long time ago. We don't want no more part of England. And for your information, England is a fag country.
Jesus Christ.
Say, they still picking handkerchiefs out of their sleeve, huh? Are they still standing around leaning on them skinny umbrellas like this here? I know their whole society is based on a kind of a fagdom.
You know you're right, Archie. You're right. The British are a bunch of pansies. Pansies, fairies, and sissies. And the Japanese are a race of midgets. The Irish are boozers. The Mexicans are bandits.
And you Polacks are meat.
Shit. Kind of a fagdom.
I was on. What channel was
CBS?
Was it CBS?
CBS.
Fucking CBS. And now we have
to
these.
watch that in front the whole family.
The whole family would watch it,
And
laugh their
and they
asses
replace
off.
stuff like that with the shitty sitcoms that we have to fucking.
Was that
well,
brilliant?
I
The
don't
new
know.
ones?
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
We live
Just
in the
great.
golden era of TV,
Oh.
Opie.
That was just and to think you couldn't put that shit on fucking FX now.
You couldn't put it on.
Like-
You could barely put it on HBO.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it would have to be like somebody who's really evil, and you'd have to show them as being evil, and they have to die at the end in a horrible way. That guy was the fucking. He was the lovable guy on the show.
You rooted for him every
Of course.
show.
FX is pushing some envelopes. It's Always Sunny this year went to a few places where I was like,
Always Sunny,
holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I like
that
Always
far,
Sunny.
though.
They're
That's-
doing some things.
Yeah.
But they're on FX.
The looting thing? Did you see the looting
I'm a little
thing?
behind. No, I'm behind.
They were
this
showing,
season.
they were watching clips. Danny DeVito was trying to explain that the media just spins everything, and they're watching clips of the LA riots with Rodney King, and then of what happened in with the hurricane in Katrina.
Yeah,
and he goes. It's showing all the white people in New Orleans, and he goes, "Now, would you say these people are surviving or looting?" And she goes, "They're surviving. They're like getting what they need." And then he plays a Rodney King clip. And it's all these black people running out of a store. And he goes, "What are they doing?" She goes, "They're looting." And he goes, "Yeah, see? That's how the media spins it. When it's white people, it's survival. When it's black people, it's looting." And she goes, "No, the black people are looting because they're carrying television sets." And he goes, "How do you know those television sets don't have napkins, bread, and toilet paper inside of them?" But I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. That was a ballsy fucking joke to do.
That's kind of bold.
Yeah.
We
especially in this fucking dumb day and age.
Eric has one more. He says.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Like this.
Not only that, I had Michael read them too.
Mike, it ain't enough that he's a pinko and an atheist. You're going to turn him from a man into a morphodite?
What's a morphodite?
A freak with a little too much of each and not enough of neither.
Oh, shit's great, man.
How sad.
Fucking-
Do you remember that episode when Archie saved that woman who was choking or something and gave her mouth to mouth?
Oh, and it turned out to be a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking guy.
See,
yeah.
Joe?
See?
Remember that one, right?
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
How
You
fucking
get right in there.
sad were all you guys, because it kills me every time you watch that show and you love it so much, and then you watch an interview with Carol O'Connor.
Oh my God!
And he's just like, well, when we did the character, and you're like,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, he was the complete opposite in real life.
Do Archie, do the voice.
He was a liberal guy,
bleeding heart
man.
liberal, and
He adopted a black kid, didn't
Yeah.
he? Or was that just a TV show?
Yeah, I think it was a TV show.
Did you ever see the series finale?
No, by that point, the
Yeah, because
show
it went to
just
Archie Bunker's
shit.
place or something
It
like that.
went to shit. He
Yeah.
turned into like
He's
he wasn't even
sensitive.
Archie anymore. Yeah.
The series finale make you cry.
No,
it was guarantee it'll make you cry.
No, it won't.
It will.
Why? Not one
Which
N
kind
When he
word.
said he wasn't going to use the F word anymore.
Yeah.
Are
Do
you
mean
teasing
gay
something?
cry, or?
Joe's teasing something that happened 30 years ago. Tell us what happened.
I know. It's not like it's on next.
Well,
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
it's not like the
I wanna
Axl
tell
Rose
you.
interview.
Archie's
Tomorrow on VH1 with Jim Florentine.
Archie's place stunk, but that was the spinoff. They kept going after, but the
We had that
regular
annoying chick on it.
Yeah, the regular show that ended, when All in the Family ended, the last episode is he's throwing some big Irish feast or something at his bar, and he's making Edith cook all this shit, but she's got a blood clot in her leg. And the doctor's like, you need to stay off your feet because that can travel to your brain. You could die, right? But she doesn't tell Archie because she's scared to tell him, and he's running her all over the place, making her cook and shit.
These awful special
Right?
episodes.
Yeah, why do they
No,
have
it
to
was
do
funny.
that?
The whole time it was funny. It was. They made it
Load of
comedic.
laughs.
They made it comedic.
I'm like a funny blood clot.
Yeah.
And
And
I
then,
don't mean that in the Jamaican sense. I mean,
But you got forget it. This is
No,
gonna
we're
bomb.
listening.
This is gonna bomb. I know where this is going.
No, we're listening, Joe. When did they
don't
start
wanna finish.
the Don't Stop Believing music?
Dude, end of the episode, she finally tells him, and he gets mad at her for not telling him.
Yeah.
And
Punches her in the face.
And they're laying in bed, and he finally drops the whole facade, and he goes, I've been running my mouth for a long time, but I ain't nothing without you. And he tells her he loves her for the first time, and it's the end. And you just see the human in him for 1 second, and you're like, there it is.
But I don't want it.
That's what the whole show was about, was how he is a loudmouth, but he depends on her, and he really does. He is a little scared
we
on the
can
inside.
figure it out without it spoon-fed to us.
Yeah,
We
really,
knew he
man.
needed to eat it.
How about we go out with a big laugh?
I thought she was going to die at the end.
Yeah,
The blood
really.
clot. I'm like,
Jesus.
all right, that's a better
I
ending.
thought she was blue in the bed.
Get me all crying over here.
Yeah.
Through your tears.
Right.
All right.
I'm
Well,
absolutely crying over here.
I didn't know I was in here with a bunch of barbarians.
Yes. Well, Mr. Sensitive cocksucker.
Yeah, we just hounded you for an hour and a half for your decision making. What do you think? We didn't go, Joe. Hey, whatever your update, that's cool. It didn't
I
go
think
that
Joe's
way.
intro should be, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic is a funny cocksucker.
Now We Rock found the clip Russell Peters was talking about.
Oh.
Let's hear this one.
What are you ashamed of? You're a hero. You saved a life.
Yeah, lifeguards give mouth to mouth all the time.
Listen, Edith, lifeguards as victims is always wearing bathing suits. So lifeguards know who they're mouth to mouth. This freak took my breath under an assumed sex.
The man is not a freak. Outside of wearing women's clothes, he could be just like anybody else.
Well, I'd never let my sister marry one or my brother me.
Remember, I think he called her a transvegerate.
Yeah, transvegerate.
You're a transvegerate?
Fucking hilarious.
He makes a good point. They're wearing bathing suits, you know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Shit was great. Another one of my favorites was when he was doing the editorial on gun control and hijacking. And it was it was on hijacking and how to prevent hijacking.
Right, bring all the plane. Everyone bring a gun.
Everyone,
on the plane.
yeah, bring a gun. They hand out you hand out your heaters when everyone gets on the plane.
Wow.
Heaters.
Here's the clip.
Okay,
Jesus, he
might
Rock's
as well.
prepared.
Wow.
Good evening, everybody. This is Archie Bunker of 704 Hauser Street, veteran of the big war, speaking on behalf of Guns for Everybody. Now, question. What was the first thing that the communists done when they took over in Russia? Answer, gun control. And there's a lot of people in this country want to do the same thing to us here in a kind of conspiracy, see. Take your big international bankers. They want to, masticate the people of this here nation like puppets on a wing. And then when they get that done, turn us over to the communists.
He's fucking great.
It's hilarious.
The way he's just talking, the writing is great, the acting is fucking fantastic.
E-Rock's got the second part.
All right.
Now I want to talk about another thing that's on everybody's mind today, and that's your stick-ups and your skyjackings, which, if that was up to me, I could end the skyjackings tomorrow. All you got to do is arm all your passengers. You know what you can't arm? And then he ain't got no more superiority there, and he ain't going to dare to pull out no rod.
The rod.
And then your airlines, then they wouldn't have to search the passengers on the ground no more. They just pass out the pistols at the beginning of the trip, and they pick them up again at the end. Case closed.
It's brilliant. Case closed.
Really is.
Case closed.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, pass out the fucking guns at the beginning of the trip.
I get so mad at people. Sometimes you'll talk to somebody and they'll go, you know, what's your favorite show? You go, oh, All in the Family. And they'll go, it's so racist. And I go, you don't understand the show.
Yeah.
The beauty of that show was they had the guy that was completely left and the guy that was completely right, and the two guys pointed out the flaws in the other guy's character. Perfectly balanced fucking characters, perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
It's like when people watch The Honeymooners and go, I don't like it because he says he's going to hit his wife. And it's like, well,
Favorite part.
Do you keep watching when she tells him to shut his fat mouth?
Yeah, there's an elephant in the room, and
you never hit her. That and the mother-in-law, too. I love when he cocks his fist back and goes, you dirty hoe. Like he's just going to fucking pop her in the face.
When he swallows it, when she goes, yeah, the biggest thing around here are your pants.
Yeah.
And he just goes,
It's like when the mother-in-law just turns to him and goes, oh, why don't you shut up? Like, people just talk to each other like shit back then.
Every sitcom should be like that. 29 minutes of insults, and then they make up at the end, the last minute.
That's
I love
it,
you,
baby,
I love
you're
you
the
too.
greatest.
And that's it.
Hey, we'll see you next week.
What was the final episode of The Honeymooners? How did they go out?
The original episode.
Alice had a blood clot.
Yeah.
She finally got punched in the face.
Yeah.
No, I think out of the
Ralph said, I really do
original-
love you in the beginning of the show instead of the end.
Yeah.
I think out of the original episodes, it was the one where he was the super of the building. But there was no finale, no fucking...
But back then, they didn't go for the big finales,
No.
right? The show just kind of ended.
well, it wasn't really, he did the show, but he did it on it was a sketch that he did on the Jackie Gleason show.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they said, we want to do a sitcom, and he goes, look, I'm doing 30, and that's it.
Yep.
One and fucking done. That's all he wanted to do. That's why it's called, like, I have the box, it's called, like, the Classic 32 or whatever the fuck. And that was it. And then they kept bringing it back. It got really bad. Did you ever see the one in the 70s where it's like a musical?
It's terrible.
What?
No. Who's the wife in it? It's like, what's her name, McRae or...
I don't know, but it's hilarious because
Gwen McRae.
Yeah, might as well be.
Gleason and Art Carney kept getting grayer and fatter, and older, and they just kept replacing the "get out of here, you old bag," and bringing in some new 25-year-old chick.
Sheila McRae was his wife.
No fucking
they just
clue on
got
this.
any Hollywood redhead to sit in.
Yeah, it was.
And it was in color
it did
too,
get
right?
Awful, yeah.
It was in color.
They should have kept it in black and white.
But they sing songs, Ope.
Yeah.
They
Why
break
would
it.
he agree to that? It was bad.
His gambling
money,
habit
and he
must
was
have been bad.
He was
right?
drunk.
Yeah, he needed the money.
He wanted to fuck Sheila McRae.
I needed the money.
He was quite the womanizer.
Did he give a fuck? Yeah, his face was on the wall of every diner in Miami. He's like, fuck it. You want to do another TV show? Why not? All right.
Get it started. The great one. I don't care if you burn.
Great show,
I
though.
love The Love Boat.
Yeah, The Love Boat. When you look at shows like The Honeymooners, though, it's like that was in the 50s, and it's still the same fucking premise in 90% of the sitcoms. They got the funny couple.
A schlubby husband with the hot wife.
Yeah, with the hot wife that's too hot for him. The wacky neighbors. The fucking set is the apartment, and shit like that.
People
and
coming in and out of the door all the time.
Yeah, it didn't change from that. I Love Lucy, same fucking thing.
Dude, you watch King of Queens, and you can see that he was hugely influenced by the Honeymooners.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Same thing. He doesn't drive a bus. He drives a UPS truck.
Right.
Fat guy. He's got a lippy wife that cuts him down
Too
all the
hot
time.
for him.
Yeah, it's way too hot for him.
Fat.
They were just too scared to call it the New Honeymooners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who's doing the Honeymooners?
Yeah.
No one did come up with an original fucking idea for all this time. At least a fucking Love Boat was on a boat.
Right?
And there was love. Something.
I did a Christmas special in Canada, and I had Ted Lange on my show.
Oh, nice. Your bartender.
Yeah. He played Isaac. Well, he didn't play Isaac. He played the bartender. Though.
Yeah. Whoosh.
He shot the guns.
Yes, at the beginning, it was always so thrilling to see who would hook up when you saw which stars were there. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We got.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Suzanne Summers is on this episode. I wonder who she's going to hook up with.
That show was great for whacking, too, as well.
Oh, yeah. Because they were always in little bikinis and stuff. They'd go out to the promenade deck.
Yeah.
A shuffleboard on the Lido deck?
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah, it was a good show. My favorite episode was when Robert Wagner throat fucked Sophia Loren.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was good. Gopher walked in on him.
Yeah.
Fucking tagged her from behind. They played cards on her back.
And then they got stuck there.
Yeah, it's great.
I was talking about this show last night. Was Barney Miller funny? I don't remember.
Wow, not anymore.
At the time, I remember it being funny when it was on. I kind of remember it being funny, but now I don't think it would hold up at all.
Yeah, no, it was too dry.
Yeah. Oh, who didn't like the bass riff, though?
I think, even how cool the music was how cool the show was trying to be.
She was trying to be.
What was the style of humor? I literally haven't seen it since I was 6 years old. I don't remember it at all.
I don't remember that one either.
It was very dry.
I think it was very
humor.
dry. Yeah, I'm with Ann on that.
Ensemble fucking humor.
I think Abe Vigoda would get a line in every now and then.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Bernice is waiting for me.
Hey, fish. And they were always sending people in and out of the place.
Guy? He
Yeah.
had a funny line, too.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a weird show. And then they would have people in the jail cell, and they'd be doing bits with him back and forth. It's like they wrote shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, this guy's just in the fucking holding cell, and he's hilarious.
Can you stop doing a two-hander with the rapist?
Yeah, they're doing tag-it fucking improvs in the fucking... All right, freeze! Give me a situation, a job, and...
But I love shows like that where the cops and the crooks are just all buddies.
Yeah,
they do that a
it's
lot.
just a job.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a job.
Yeah, it's.
And I remember people saying when that show was out, it's one of the most realistic depictions of a precinct on television. Like, because before that was like Adam 12 and shit like that. But it's like, no, that's what really goes on. And then NYPD Blue shows up, and you're like, oh, okay, this is the most realistic fiction. It's like, what?
The only thing before Barney Miller was Car 54.
Was Car 54, right? Yeah. Any cop show where the cop scratched his head with the barrel of his gun. Well, I don't know. We might as well lock them all up. Scratching his head with his 38. I always loved that move.
Holy shit.
Well, then you also had that the Mod Squad, and they remember they didn't carry guns.
Mod Squad,
no guns.
They're groovy.
What was that
They didn't
about?
need to carry guns.
They ever explain that? No.
They were hippie gunmen.
Yeah,
I did
like,
not know that.
they were the black guy,
Alternative
the white
comics.
hippie guy, and the girl.
She was
Yeah,
pretty
Julie
hot.
Lipton.
Yeah.
She was hot.
Yeah.
She was hot, right?
She was actually married to Link, I think, right?
Really?
She was fucking him.
She was with the black guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She loved
that bother you,
black
Ant?
cock. Oh, it bothered me back then. I used to have to switch it off and go to Mannix.
Yeah, she was going to change her last name to Big Lipton.
Oh, man. Whoa.
Yeah.
Let the complaints fly in.
There were so many of those great Quinn Martin productions back then. Cannon and Mannix. And Cannon.
What the fuck was what was
no,
Mannix?
Streets of San Francisco. Mannix? Remember Mannix was the private eye.
You know, I was at...
$100 a day plus expenses, bitch.
he was a fucking Armenian guy. Did you know that?
Are you shitting me?
I met him at... I was at Bob Newhart's 50 years in show business thing. He invited me to be the young guy. On
Wow.
the show.
Nice.
Nice.
And I was sitting with, like, that guy. Whatever his fucking name is again.
Mannix. What was Mannix's name?
Mannix's
Go ahead,
name?
look it up and put it on the screen here. Help me out. Help me
Anyway,
out here,
I was with
Angie.
Mannix, and I was with all these, like, people. from the
Connors.
70s. Yeah, Chuck Connors.
No, Chuck Connors was the other guy.
He was that rifle guy. or whatever.
Joe Mannix was his name on the show. You asshole. Mike Connors.
Mike Connors. I was
Thank
sitting with
you,
him.
Sean, the producer.
I was sitting with all these like people from the 70s, and then for me it was like a fucking Love Boat episode right beside me.
Yeah, that must have been cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
And that's when he
Old
told me he's
fucking
Armenian.
Why did he tell you that?
I don't know. He goes, "What are you,
compelled.
kid?" I go, "I'm Indian." He goes, "I'm Armenian." And I go,
Mannix is Armenian?
I go, "Okay, shouldn't you have been Manixian or something like that?"
You didn't know. Oh God, they choked that out. Like they hid their fucking ethnicity.
Oh,
like,
they did, yeah.
Like a retarded stepchild.
No, I'm all American.
Yeah,
All
back into the
American.
70s.
My name is Joe Mannix. That's what I want it to be. Joe Mannix.
Yeah, even Italians changed their names.
Yeah, fucking, what's his name? Kojak was Greek.
Oh, yeah, Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas?
Yeah,
Yes.
fucking
Kojak.
Danny Thomas he was openly Lebanese in like the 50s. You know, in the 40s, which was like, that was like ballsy back then. You know what I mean?
Casey Kasem's Lebanese too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when it came out, people were like, yeah, his real name is Kasi Kasim.
Yeah.
Really?
Holy
Is it?
shit, yeah.
I think it's Casey Kasem.
And Freddie Mercury was Indian.
Yeah?
What?
kind?
Yeah, mine, buddy.
Yours?
Yeah.
Really? Right.
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah, his
Hey.
real name was Farouk.
Fellow dick sucker there, Joe.
See, my people are on your side.
If Freddie Mercury was alive today, would you hook up with him?
yeah.
Don't stop me now.
Oh, that mouth must be like a wood chipper, though, for fucking dicks.
Oh, it's right, those buck teeth.
Yeah,
Just
those
the cock kept pushing his teeth out farther and farther.
Farouk Balsada?
Yeah.
Balsara. Wow.
Yeah, Balsara.
Holy shit! I never knew that one.
Again, I was just in London at an awards
Yeah.
show, and his mom and Brian May were there to receive an award on his behalf.
Oh, shit.
That's the mom.
I didn't know how fucking Indian he was.
Joe, would you do Freddie Mercury's mom?
I don't know what she looked like.
For
No,
course,
she's
like
got to be
100.
90 years old.
Joe likes really old women.
No, that was
I like old women too.
What's
though.
the
I
oldest
mean,
one? I'm not exaggerating.
I've seen a 6-year-old chick that I think's hot.
60.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah, these days,
Really?
in this day and age.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, there's some hot old broads out there, dude.
Who?
I don't know her. I'm saying like on the internet I've seen. Like, dude, like, well,
Right
what's
up,
her face?
though.
I'd still bang Raquel Welch. You wouldn't bang
Oh.
Raquel Welch?
I would still, yeah.
That's
I would,
starting
yeah.
to-
That's just a
That's starting
name
to fall
now.
apart
That's
now.
just a
No,
name.
That's just
would.
a name
I'm
now.
with you, Joe, on this one. She doesn't have a cock. I'm there.
That's just a name.
I still would have, circa grumpy old men and grumpier old men, I still would have banged Anne Margaret or Sophia Loren in both of those
I
movies.
still would do them both
I
today.
need fucking some skin with some elasticity left to it.
Lonnie Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson. What a mess she was.
There's plenty of
I hated her.
There's plenty of elasticity. It's just loose.
It's all loose.
It's just loose.
It's got to be gathered up. Fucking put her back of her neck in a scrunchie.
It's just old underwear skin.
Hanging on her like a doily.
Wow.
No, I don't need that shit.
Was Lonnie Anderson still hot? What does she look like?
She's got to be a wreck.
A lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah, well, she had to cover up the bruises from Bert.
Yeah, Bert loved clocking her.
Did he? Did he smack her around?
Oh, Bert was beating up fucking Sally Field. The fucking flying nun. What was she doing that he's got to pop her with her brittle ass bones, her Boniva fucking bones,
her osteoporosis.
Oh, her osteoporosis.
Yeah, it's just old fractures.
He's just snapping ribs on her like Rocky in the fucking meat locker.
How many of you out there were also beaten around the kitchen by Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
I need to take these pills for it
No
now.
wonder she's got graham cracker bones. She's probably got breaks on every single one of them. Like evil Knievel skeleton.
Yeah. He's just wearing that fucking satin Cannonball Run jacket. Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. She sees him drinking and she's like, uh-oh. I know it's coming.
And one morning he wakes up and she fucking accidentally, put his hairpiece in the wash. And a trunk. I thought it was a sock. Fucking pow, right in the face.
What's worse, getting beat by Burt Reynolds or getting beat and then having to hear that laugh as he does it?
Oh, yeah.
And then Dom DeLuise pops up.
Yeah. Brings Dom over to watch.
Then they got the outtakes from the beating.
Yeah.
I hated that.
The fucking beating outtakes.
That's
Beating
great.
outtakes.
Hal Needham is showing him how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Stuntman Hal Needham.
That was fun. That was fun maybe once. The outtakes at the end of those dumb movies with Dom DeLuise.
Dude, I watched the Cannonball Run outtakes. I could watch those over and over. The outtakes are the greatest.
Yeah.
When he's going to hit Dom DeLuise, I go, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Kidnapping's baby shit compared to what this dude's doing. He beats down the field around the kitchen. That's domestic abuse.
Look, boy.
Those sound effects were actually Joe DeRosa punching a tranny after he realized what he just did.
Dealing with my feelings. Just working it out.
Tranny balls bouncing off his chin.
Fucking hey, man.
Oh, shit.
Lucille Ball, Lebanese. Kevin from Connecticut saying.
What?
She was Lebanese?
Lucy.
Kevin's saying that. Her and Vivian Vance used to les out.
No, they didn't.
They did not.
You got to think Vivian Vance went that way.
She was batshit crazy. Did you know that?
Vivian Vance?
She was so crazy. She used to walk around with, she played Ethel, right?
Oh, well, there we
She used
go.
to walk around with her address written down in her pocketbook because she was so scared she was going to forget where she lived.
Get out of here, really?
She was fucking batch. She was on one of those AJ Benza fucking, hey, I'm AJ Benza.
Oh.
Hey, what fuck?
Here's what happened in Hollywood, you fucking cocksucker.
Hey, I'm a guy that knows nothing about Hollywood, but listen to these stories.
Listen to these great stories.
Yeah, so it was one of those things.
And Lucille was French, Irish, and what? And English?
Yeah, I don't think she was fucking... Well, Ricky was Cuban.
A red-headed, blue-eyed Lebanese.
Yeah. Ricky Desi Arnaz there, Cuban.
Oh, he knew how to
That was kind of ballsy,
He
too,
knew how to hit a woman.
Have a Cuban on TV back then.
Mm-hmm.
Very ethnic.
Has there ever not? I think Sharon Stone is the #1 contender with Lucille Ball for like hardest fall off on like literally.
Oh wow! Yeah.
One of the hottest women you've ever seen, and then the next day you're like, who the fuck is that?
Lucy went from kind of a quirky, cute thing, and then it was just like, Mr. Mooney, Mr. Mooney, I can't make it to the bank today. And here's Lucy. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was. Her voice just ravaged from Philip Morris cigarettes. No filters. They're smoking on the set of I Love Lucy.
Overnight, she just looked like old Wilma. Just overnight. Like, what
Old Wilma.
the fuck happened to her? She was so hot, dude.
Sharon Stone had a drop off, though?
I mean, Sharon Stone's still an attractive older woman, but it's like, Sharon Stone, dude, Basic Instinct, and then all of a sudden she had like that mom haircut, and she just looked...
Horrid.
She just looked like an ant or something.
She looked good in Casino. I thought she looked good in the casino too. Yeah.
There's nothing hotter than her in Casino.
She looks great. Yeah, I know.
That's
then you
she
start
made it
thinking
late
about
though too, like in her early 30s, so she wasn't, you know, a youngster when she did it. But I'd still bang her.
Yeah, I would.
She looks
I
great
saw her out at
in
a restaurant in L.A. one day.
Did you?
I was.
Still.
That
Fuck
scene
yeah.
where she's in bed with Pesci, and Pesci goes to leave, and she's kind of sitting there with a leg up, and it's outside of the covers and shit. She looked great in that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm not mad at her.
Yeah. It's
When she
it
blows
makes
him
you
in the
sad
car.
though, right?
Oh
Yeah.
shit,
It's great.
fucking fantastic.
You
I
get,
like when their stock drops.
I
a little.
fucked
Makes
up
them
here.
more,
I
makes them
fucked
more,
up, Frankie. I
makes them more of an
fucked up.
option.
she blows him on the couch.
Oh, right, that's right, in the couch.
The chick that blows him in the car is when he's going. He's talking to the video.
Milk-fed
Yeah,
veal.
yeah. Pound that shit for days. It'll never get tender.
And he just puts it in her head without missing a beat on the veal
Milk-fed
conversation.
Milk-fed veal.
Yeah, that pink stuff.
I like this topic, the drop-off, because John in Greensboro came up with the best one ever. Kelly McGillis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a drop-off.
Yeah.
She's Tom Cruise's love interest in Top Gun there, right?
Yeah, Top Gun.
And now she is completely dyked out.
She's got a Top Gun.
It's brutal. Can someone grab it on the
All
computer
right,
real fast?
she's a dyke now, right?
Have you seen the drop-off?
No.
You would swear it's not the same person.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't say anything bad about her. I have to tap out because she's in a movie that guy I know is directing him stuff. So
A guy you know?
yeah, Ty West directs the.
Ty's a fan of the show.
The Innkeepers.
So he hired an old lesbian.
Oh,
in
she's
there.
in The Innkeeper? That movie
Yeah.
looks fucking awesome.
Fucking great.
She
I
was
saw
good in
It's
it?
amazing.
You know the guy that directed that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's a
that's
big
awesome.
fan of the show. He fucking. I went to the New York premiere. It was fucking. What else? Like scary and funny and shit.
What else? He did something else that was awesome.
Yeah, he
I can't remember
that. Fucking fuck, man.
Can you see The Innkeepers in regular theaters?
It's not out yet, but yeah.
Oh, it's not out yet.
I'm getting a total mental block. Everyone's going to kill me.
You got to see
God.
this, though. Ant has officially tapped out. Until I meet
Well, she seems
this
like
guy,
a nice
I'm
enough gal.
I'm still in.
I'm about to see.
The biggest drop-off. Like,
Okay.
Ooh, oh, wow. Yeah, she turned handsome.
Holy shit.
She turned handsome. Yeah.
well, she grew her hair in at least a little bit. The ones we saw, I don't know, a
Yeah,
year or two
she's-
ago, it was crew cut. There you go. That's what, yeah.
Oh,
Wow, she's
Yeah,
a-
that's Kelly McGillis.
What is she, 50?
You would swear that's not
Nah, she's
her,
gotta
right?
be older than that.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit.
wow. That's the chick in the fucking little uniform and Top Gun. And
look, I admire these, even though we're like goofing, I admire these chicks that do that age naturally in Hollywood.
I
Like,
love Helen Mirren. She's
Oh,
good.
it's still. Oh,
my God,
really?
yeah.
That was the one. That was the one when one time
Mirren?
they were giving me so much shit because I said I'd bang her still.
Well,
I
you should
I've
get
cranked it
shit.
out to her recently.
And we got
Yeah.
we got a double
great.
we got a double tap out on our hands here.
Uh-oh.
A lot of people mentioning Kathleen Turner. She lives in my building.
Oh.
And she actually hears me walking around my apartment.
Oh, boy.
That's how close we live to
Is she
each other.
cool?
She's beyond cool, but
God damn.
certainly a drop off.
I'd love to meet Kathleen Turner.
Really?
Oh, where did I meet
Come
her?
to my
Yeah,
building
she's a
today.
little handsome, too.
She's around all the time.
Romancing the Stone? You shitting me?
She's around all the fucking time, man.
Is that Mirren?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
go.
Look
dude.
at that, dude.
I'd go Mirren.
Yeah,
I've said it
that's-
on the show.
That's the best
I'd-
fucking case scenario right there. We've seen other pictures where it's
I'd
a
go
world of
Mirren.
hurt.
No
Yeah,
problem.
Dude, if
good.
best case scenario is a picture of her in a bikini, you're doing all right.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
World of hurt.
I've cranked it out to this picture. In fact,
Yeah. I would go there before Bailey there, Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, she's good.
I'm a
dudes are
big
online,
Mirren
too.
fan. You know who's holding on strong, if I may say so.
Oh boy!
I saw her in a bar the other night. She is holding on. Is fucking Marissa Tomei, dude.
Oh, yeah.
She looks amazing.
Yeah, she looks
No
great.
argument with that one.
Playing a
Definitely.
stripper and a
She's
couple
only
movies.
43, right?
But I mean, she doesn't have. We were
She
sitting
always
across from her in a
looked great.
bar. It was hard. I was like having a hard
Did
time.
you talk to her?
No, because I'm not like.
She didn't have a dick.
No, yeah.
Yeah, imagine Marissa Tomei with a cock. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Now you're talking. My
Yeah,
cousin
there you
Vinny.
go. There you go.
My cousin's weenie.
Look up Bridget Bardot.
She was hot though.
She was beautiful.
Cigars and
She was
Scott
fucking
say
beautiful.
worst drop off
And, yeah.
ever. Bridget
Bridget
Bardot.
Bardot. That's old school.
Yeah, but some of these women, when they get really old, still
The fuck you
hold
spelled
it together.
I think there's a D in there. B-R-I-D-G-E-T. Yeah, there you go. She's up there. Yeah, she was fucking smoking back in the day with the big smoky eyes. Oh, damn. Look at that
looks like
first
Sally
picture.
Struthers.
Oh,
Good boy.
fuck. Look at that picture. All the way to the... like any picture of her in her
The
youth
first
is
one.
amazing.
Every woman in Hollywood's trying to get those lips, and she had them naturally. Look at those fucking lips on
What
her.
about all the way over and one down?
All the way over, one down?
No, the other way. All the way over. Other way.
Oh,
yeah,
the other all the
Let
way.
me see that. Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, that's good. With
Was
the
she was
smoky
she a
eyes.
porn star?
No, she was a movie star.
She did nudes,
She was a
though.
starlet. Yeah, she did.
Remember Pia Zadora? Same shit.
Pia Zadora, yeah, back in the
She had nice
day.
buds.
I remember seeing Pia Zadora in Wee magazine and
She had nice-
spanking
Yeah.
my fucking dick
She had
till it
nice
was
We
nipple
were
long.
unbelievable. Like showed lips and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Wee and Cherry.
Big
Wee.
hairy boxes.
I loved Wee. High Society.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, yeah. Swank.
If you wanted something classy, you can go for Mayfair.
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 Playboy was always such a
Hilarious.
letdown after fucking, like, you got into Wee and magazines
Penthouse
like that.
was always
Hustler.
good, too.
Yeah.
Penthouse was pretty good.
Penthouse
I used to
was-
read the letters from a madam.
Oh,
Xavier, what's her name?
Hollander.
Penthouse
Yeah.
Forum was...
Yeah, it was all good.
I know.
shit.
They got the job done, huh?
That's how I knew I was a horny kid, because I was wanking it out to words.
Yeah, to fucking a mental image. Crazy.
Yeah, but you would rip a couple pages out, then read
See, I would
Penthouse
keep my
Forum at the
thumb in
same
the middle
time.
and
Yeah,
just flick to that page when I was ready to blow.
Yeah. Fucking
Read it and
Playboy
then fucking
sucked.
flip real quick.
It wasn't amazing
Penthouse
how many
Forum was
pages
off
you
the
had to go
hook.
through to get to nudity in Playboy?
It's
It's like, it's fucking, and then sometimes you flip through the whole thing and go, I didn't see one naked chick. I missed.
That was the
It
deal they
stinks.
made with the government, I think. You
Yeah.
couldn't just flip to the nudes.
No.
Stink.
I don't know how the fuck they did that.
Yeah, I don't
They made
want to
some
go
of the
from a
pages
centerfold
heavier or
to the
something.
fucking joke page.
Yeah.
Nothing funny when I'm looking at a centerfold.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna
You're
hear
about to
jokes.
you're about to
Hustler
come.
always
There's
had
some
the best.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Best racist jokes ever was Hustler.
Hustler was great for the racist jokes.
Ridiculously racist joke.
No, they did everything. Child fucking jokes and racist jokes, sexist jokes. Fantastic.
That's when I really learned that, like, being like a perv or what your sexual appetite is, whatever, it really is like a genetic thing. Because like when we first all got into porn as kids, I was always like, get that fucking Playboy shit out of here.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
never
enough.
was wowed by it. I was immediately like, is that
Really?
it? Is that it? And my friends would be like, what do you mean is that? And I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah.
I liked Playboy like when I was 7.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, okay, at least it's something.
I remember my friend's father would watch porn like he was watching the fucking news. We'd go to his
Really?
house,
Really?
His dad would just be sitting there watching porn, and he wouldn't shut it up. We'd all be hanging out, and his dad would just be watching it.
How old were you?
I was fucking 13. We're talking like
Jesus.
83,
Damn.
82, 83.
You could do that in those days. There
Yeah.
wasn't a fucking
And he was just
lawsuit.
smoking and watching it, and I'm like, should I jerk off? Or
I called my dad.
Was your friend's name Sandusky?
I called
Funny
my
you should
dad
say.
completely passed out on the couch with a hardcore fucking porn on, and I was like 17, so I had to tell him when I was home. He was waiting up for me. It was a curfew type of situation, and it was so fucking awkward. I had to wake him up as the moaning was coming from the TV. He's like, "Oh, how did this get on the TV?"
I got my
Did he have
dad.
a rod?
a rod.
But then, in a weird way, I was like a little more proud of my dad.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Like, all
All right,
right,
my dad's
man."
cool.
Yeah. We never talked about it after that. I probably could have done the cool thing and changed the channel before I woke him up, you know, but
Yeah, he would've
chose not
known.
to. You think?
my
Yeah,
dad
'cause-
started critiquing my porn. I'm not making it because I would forget. Like I would leave it in the VCR or something.
Oh, that's
and
the-
then my
yeah,
mom
the
thought
worst
she
thing
was
you could do.
taping the Young and the Restless, and she'd go to put it on. And she'd be like, "Oh!" And then my dad pulled me aside when I go because I liked older broads, and from a young age, I always liked older broads. So I'd get like a like over 40, mature, whatever the fuck. And my dad pulled me aside. Why don't you get something with nice young girls in it?
Yes.
Who wants to see all these bloody old wrinkled women? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's just what I could get.
Shit.
Jesus
Get
Christ.
something more
You should be
entertaining.
critiquing that.
My dad caught me whacking off.
Wow.
Because I passed out.
Oh, no, how embarrassing.
I was home from college, and I was so fucking drunk and so fucking high. I literally passed out mid-whack off.
Oh,
And-
I've done that every night, actually.
yeah.
That's how I go to sleep.
I fall asleep with my laptop on my chest.
Oh.
The burning from the heat wakes me up.
The hot battery. Awful. Fucking literally cock still in hand.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
man.
Still in hand, waking up to my dad going, hey, lesbian porn blaring on the fucking TV.
At least it wasn't cock.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
tranny
bad.
porn you're into there, Joe.
So what did he say?
He literally just went, dude, I'm not exaggerating. Tissues on the armchair.
You had all the features.
Lube,
Professional.
lesbian porn, fucking blaring.
You were a cliche of someone jerking off.
Yeah, my mom and dad are upstairs. I'm in the living room. My dad.
You jerked off with lube in the living room?
Yeah, because that was it's the only VCR in the house.
Oh, that's a bold move right
you're
there.
a champion.
Dude, I was I was so drunk. And he shook me, and I woke up, and I'm still holding my dick, and I go, like that, and he just goes, I think you should go to bed. And I did. He never, ever spoke to me about it.
I hope that was a dream or something. I hope that didn't happen. Fuck, I think it happened.
He woke me up the next morning, and my dad never did that. He would always let me sleep in. He didn't give a shit. And it was a Saturday, and he woke me up, and he goes, hey, buddy, I made some pancakes. And that was his way of being like, look,
everything's
it's
cool.
You know.
He didn't
never
want you to have to approach him.
Yeah, like if he fucking Freudian slips, hey buddy, I made you some Hancocks.
Or if he woke you up by shaking your dick.
Yeah, I just need some extra batter.
Yeah, geez, over there.
Well, yep, it's that time, isn't it?
I guess so.
Wow, that went fast.
Someone was telling me that Russell Peters you broke Chris Rock's record.
I don't know.
Your people want us to mention it.
Did they might be want you to mention
people.
it?
I guess kind of cool though, Eric. What happened? You say it.
Buddy Rock.
The arena that they mentioned, O2? The O2 arena, February in England, 2010, February 2010, he broke Chris Rock's record, 29,000 people.
Jesus. That's where you filmed your special, right?
Yeah, that was actually September of 2010, thank you.
29,000?
29,000, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I saw him at Radio City Music Hall, and I was just amazed. He did comedy, I've said it last time he was on, for the world. Like, just was relating to so many different countries at one time.
First time I met Russell, I saw him at the Beacon Theater. And
right.
Hey, you did the spot that night.
No, I didn't do it that night.
Oh, you didn't do a spot that night. That was gas, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that was phenomenal, man.
But unbelievable. I was just awed by you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Just awed. Because I didn't...
That's fucking amazing.
Well, because I was...
What's that?
Now it's awkward in the room.
No, I know, but I never... I haven't traveled like that, and I don't know these places, but you just made it fucking funny for everybody. I would just imagine that would be a tough thing to do, that's all.
Well, now the new act I'm working on, I have nothing. You're literally watching me. This is my 7th show in on working on material.
But, you know, people that, like myself, that love comedy, I appreciate that. Because sometimes, I mean, you know, we see the same guys every year at Caroline's. Like, dude, will you fucking work on something new?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the same thing. I just put an album out, so I was just at a club last night, just
fucking rough
going up
now.
there and riffing.
And
that's all I'm doing.
Just going up there like 25 minutes, just working at
and
taping
it must suck to just have to say goodbye to some of that stuff, knowing how great it was.
Well,
right?
no, it just sucks because you know how much better it could have gotten.
Really?
You're like, I watch it now and I go, I could have wrote something.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah.
Huh.
If only you could just remix shit like it was a hip hop.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's always the bitch part about comedy. It's because it's the exact opposite of music.
Yeah.
Musicians go in a studio, they work, they release the album, then everybody says, come bring us the album live. In comedy, you do the road, you record it, and then the first time anybody hears it really on a wide scope is when the album or the DVD comes out. And then you can't do that shit anymore.
Can't touch it
it's
anymore.
Like I say, it's like jizz. The minute it leaves your nutsack, it's fucking dead to the world.
Sometimes I get lazy at shows. I'm like, who's got my album, my latest album? Like 4 people. I go, all right, I'm just going to do it right now because the rest of the people haven't. If I'm just exhausted, it's like a 3rd show on a Saturday. I'm
I can't even.
Brian,
I delete it from my head.
Anybody just pick it up? Yeah, I got it. All right, I'm going to do the same set. So
Brian Regan pulls it off. They request his hits. And they don't mind.
Nobody requests mine.
And they don't mind that they've heard it 100 times. They just want to hear it like it's a hit single from their favorite band.
He does it in the smartest way possible because he comes out, he gives them the new hour, then he comes out for the encore. And
I should say
I'll
that.
take
He absolutely
requests.
comes up with new shit all the time too. Yes.
You do encores, Russ?
Not right now because I don't have any I don't have enough to get through to the encore.
But you have before.
Yeah, but now it's harder because I feel guilty trying to do old material and I can't remember it half the time now.
Wow.
I never had to do an encore unless the MC was fucking around and he didn't come back up on stage.
Right.
So I would walk off and then I have to go back up. I'm like, fuck. What do I do now?
You just stuck
Just
out
do another
there.
5.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
It's like I did everything.
I just blew my load.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to come up with more jizz after you blew your load.
That's hard.
That's not easy.
It's like that's when you finish when you nutted too early and you end up going down on her for the next 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You got to take the bullet.
Yeah, it's great when they don't know too.
Yeah, you got to take
They
the
just
bullet.
think you're a pussy-eating fool.
Yeah. Fuck me and my pleasure. I'm going to stop
It's all about
mid-stroke
you.
and go down on you.
By going down on her for 45 minutes, do you guys mean rolling over and saying tough shit?
All right, Russell Peters, the real Russell P on Twitter, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right on. He's a good one to follow. Anything else you're promoting? Caroline's is sold out, so you just came to say hi.
Just came
Like
to
the
say
old
what's up.
fucking
I
talk
brought
shows.
you guys copies of the new DVD if you
I
want.
would love it. I would absolutely love that. Florentine, the big interview with Axel tomorrow on VH1. What time?
VH1 Classic, 11 o'clock. Yeah,
And
whole
Bananas?
hour special. Bananas this weekend, Hasbrook Heights. Next weekend, Brokerage in Long Island. And then Thanksgiving weekend, Stress Factory.
All these years, I've never been to Bananas.
It's in a hotel.
No, I know. I've passed it a few times, but
If you can't get tickets to my show, which is sold out, you should really go see Jim
There you
Florentine
go.
at Bananas this weekend.
Yes, if you
You're not
Where
gonna
are
be
you, Joe
disappointed.
DeRosa?
I could use some of Russell's audience.
I'll be at Foxwoods, Comics at Foxwoods next weekend, but this weekend opening for Burr, Carnegie Hall, and then Comics Come Home in Boston on Saturday.
do I still have my tickets for the Carnegie Hall gig?
I don't know.
Sure.
Ask you.
I don't. Look,
Saturday night?
Look
I don't do
Friday
that.
night.
Yeah.
Get your own tickets. Buy them.
No, I
think I'm set up.
Bill's got you. If
I
anybody
believe
maybe
so.
says, but
I'm
I
absolutely
didn't
going to
even
see
ask.
you guys at Carnegie Hall. Fuck yeah.
Well, if you want, if they blow you off, you can come to Bananas.
If you want to come to
I
Caroline's,
can even
it's
get your
available
hotel
to you
room
as
for
well.
50% off at the Holiday Inn.
I'm going to see Jimmy Norton at the Brokerage on Saturday.
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah, I think he's
Hey,
got a show
yeah.
there that's still
Jimmy's
not
there?
sold. So
Kurt
yeah.
Love is reliable, right, Ant? I think he is.
Yeah.
He just wrote on Twitter, it's a feedback, we're ready to leave, but shocking Penn State rumor, Jerry Sandusky pimped out young boys to rich donors.
Ooh, boy.
Supposedly on Business Insider right now.
That's crazy.
Boner
I wouldn't put anything past a guy that fucks a 10-year-old in the shower, so who knows?
Holy shit.
That might be,
Yeah, it looks like Jim Norton with red hair.
It's a rumor right now, but...
Oh, damn it.
No, he's gone. He's gone. It was a clip before that.
Let's get... All right, let's get
Yeah, I'm
out
out of here.
Thanks,
Take it easy.
guys.
Thanks.
You made this very easy today. I appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.